I love to get to on. 3, 2, 1. Bam. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode. I don't know if I'm ever going to stop doing that.
What is good, everybody?
What's up? Go ahead, smash that like button. Welcome, everyone, to episode 108
Hello.
of the podcast. To my right, your left is Dr. Wiggles Frankenstein. To my left, your right is Gilonius Pythonius.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
go by Jullian, Jullian. We make up WhoGotTheAux. Shouts out to everybody that follow us on Instagram, WhoGotTheAux, no spaces.
Thank y'all.
Spotify, Apple, WhoGotTheAux, no spaces.
No spaces.
Twitter, WGTAux. WhoGotTheAux.com, and wherever you search in Google, when you search us, just no spaces. We beg of you,
At all.
don't put spaces.
At all.
No spaces,
No
please.
spaces.
We are back, gentlemen. How are we today? How are we doing?
Good.
How are we doing?
Nice Sunday.
Nice Sunday. How was your weekend, sir?
Beautiful. Actually, a good weekend. We've been having parties at my house just for my dad's birthday.
You just said fuck Corona. Huh?
Hey, fuck Corona.
You got the right idea. Okay. I wouldn't say,
Well, not
To the
not parties,
scientists.
it's family.
You're undermining the scientists?
but you're not going to live in fear of it. You know what I mean? You're not going to let it dictate
Right.
how you live.
Like
your
when I
life.
go
You're saying
out,
those
I'm
who wear
still gonna-
masks are sheep?
Yes.
What's up?
100%.
When I go out, I'll wear a mask. Like
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
have to.
respectable for everyone else, and
But you're
everyone-
having parties and respecting people? You're not choosing a side?
Hybrid.
Fuck sides, I do what I want.
You're either all for the mask or you're all for not the mask. There's no such thing as a human
Hello?
being that complex and having ideas on both sides of the spectrum.
Right.
You're the Democrat Republic. It's only
That's
one
it.
way,
Right.
Wiggs.
Mhm,
It's only one way.
there's only extreme or extreme.
Yeah, that's how simple-minded us
Yeah.
human beings are, who can fly planes and make shit out of science and fire. Yep.
Right.
I'm one or the other. So cool.
Yeah.
You're just having parties. That's dope.
Yep.
How'd those go? Fun
Pretty good.
times.
Yeah.
Any
pretty
chicken
good.
there?
Wait, what?
Nash-
Any chicken
any
there?
Nashville hot chicken. That's our
Yes.
chicken expert. I know y'all look at the logo and think I'm the chicken expert. It's Wiggs.
Who you for, Kurt?
Yeah. Chicken was good. Was there?
Nice.
It was there.
Nice.
But
Oh
it
wait,
wasn't-
was it salt and pepper? National City. What's the joint? Mandarin.
Oh,
Royal Mandarin. Well, they got different
Mandarin?
ones.
Oh man.
I only know the
Well,
Royal
National
Mandarin
City
is the main one that I know of. At least,
Golden-
like in the hood.
Everybody says golden chopsticks is that shit.
Where the fuck
Oh, they say
everybody
golden
put-
chopsticks.
Where's
I've been to
golden
both.
chopsticks?
Yeah.
It's the same
said
area.
Golden
Oh,
chopsticks
National
is
City?
above Royal Mandarin.
Wow.
For me,
For salt and pepper chicken?
yeah.
Wow. That's deep.
It looks nicer too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think it looks nice. I've been inside both.
But for me, I gotta go with Royal Mandarin.
I gotta go with Royal
It's-
Mandarin too.
It's a nostalgia.
It's nostalgia.
I used to go there when I was like a young kid.
Oh,
so
dude, me too. And then
it was
also like they didn't pour money into the
Community.
into not the community, but into the restaurant themselves. So I think they put it into the chicken. Motherfuckers.
Yo, which one of the chickens is one? Which one of the spots where the chicken is like colorful? Not don't even, because I know you're gonna fucking.
You're gonna take that.
Not even, bro. I'm listening. What the fuck?
He was getting ready. You see that face?
like,
He was like,
I was
Where can I
listening.
take
he was looking for
a rainbow chicken? Like I do it.
Let me shut your ass up. I wasn't gonna say shit. I was actually listening to your punk ass.
He was about to be like, oh, you mean that Tekashi 6ix9ine chicken?
By the way, he off the internet.
Yeah, no, right. No,
Oh,
so
man.
because my brother had Royal Mandarin
Yeah.
chicken Friday.
First timer?
And- No. He goes
Okay.
there all the
He a
time.
vet.
But it was salt and pepper. But the chicken that I've had is somewhere down south, but it looks like it's more colorful with the seasonings.
Right.
But is that not salt
it
and
got
pepper?
green on it?
Yeah, like little green
And
and
sesame?
little flakes and all that shit. What is that chicken?
Oh, I mean that's still
Is that
salt and
still
pepper.
it's just cooked at
yeah.
what place is that?
So-
Because it's not Royal Mandarin.
Shit, man. They popping
well,
up out of nowhere too.
They've been around
I think it's golden chopsticks. Golden chopsticks
by where
definitely
you
does
live,
that.
right? Is Golden Chopsticks by you, or it's still
No, it's
National City?
still down in its national
Maybe it's
city.
Golden Chopsticks is what I
They
like.
garnish it with a
'Cause-
little parsley.
Yeah, it's like if you can.
because
It comes in like a container, like a silver
yeah,
container
the
or whatever.
party tray.
That's Golden Chopsticks.
They got
Golden
ergonomic
chopsticks.
grips on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a sticker too. Lift with too.
But yeah,
Okay, so I think I fuck with Golden Chopsticks.
yeah, because they put the green onions on there and they put
Oh man, that's hold on. You talking about green onions, bro?
No, the chicken though.
They put that shit on the chicken.
Yeah.
But then they also
The green
put
onions and then
garlic.
the chili,
They also
the
put
chili
garlic
flakes.
as well too.
Yeah, that's called the chopsticks.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's both.
That's both.
Well, I made her in. Ain't go to
But is that
chopsticks.
called salt and pepper?
Yeah,
that's
that's
still
the salt and pepper.
Well,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brother, that piece of chicken he had didn't look like that. I
Maybe
was
he
like,
said no green onion.
maybe. And no flakes. No.
Maybe he just like it raw.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby, I
I
like it
guess.
raw.
Like
Ooh, baby, I like it
raw.
raw. Okay. All right.
Well, at least we figured out that
Okay.
mystery.
Well,
Solved
enough
that
of our
mystery.
local food. Sorry
Yeah.
for our Alaska listeners.
Well, shit, they're the listeners.
Or
That's why they're
Germans.
here.
That's true. But they're going to be like, all right, bro. Well, imagine if you're
Imagine
watching the
somebody's
show and they're
hungry as
talking
hell.
about Idaho's. You talking about the
And you're not
Idaho
even-
subs? And we just sitting there like,
Right, and
no,
you're not
what
even
the fuck
talking
you about? Yeah, it's like we're not even talking to
Hey,
you.
you never.
It's like we just having our own conversation. Like, fuck y'all.
No, you never been to San Diego, but it's
Y'all gonna have to chill for a
fire.
second. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good.
okay.
Hey, man, you never know.
But that was your weekend. That's
Yeah.
where this all came from. Weekend
Yeah.
was great. How was yours, sir?
I mean, I just got off work and
Any new females?
you just got
man?
off
I used to
work?
live through your stories,
Oh.
man. Damn.
You just
Bro,
got off of
chill
work.
with that, chill. Nah. I did say to her I just got off work. On Saturday, I just got off work and did the same routine. Went down to TJ, got my bag, came back across the border.
Got my dicks.
God.
I thought I was about to with that TJ. Got my dicks.
Yeah, you
My
know,
dick suck.
had to grab that bag, had to grab the cocaine. You know, my man.
I heard you and Kendall linked up. What was that, Thursday? It was Wednesday.
Was it?
One of them days.
Was it Wednesday?
It was one
He
of them
told you?
days. No, this was. I think this was 2 weeks ago. Not that last week.
Because
It
we
was-
did link up this weekend, though.
No,
I
not
mean,
this
this
weekend.
week.
It was during the week.
Yeah, during the week.
Because we had worked out, and he was like, "I'm gonna hit up Jullian when he gets off work." Yeah, I think it was Wing Wednesday because me and Bianca ended up going to O'Brien's to have wings, and he
Right.
said y'all hung out at his house, at your house, or was it his house? It don't matter. I forgot.
That was probably the same day I took that picture.
But what
Had
picture?
to be.
What picture?
The picture I posted with Kurl's beer that came out.
Yes, that was 2
it
weeks
had
ago,
to been.
right?
No, that was this week.
Damn, bro, I'm lost right now. I
you
thought that was 2 weeks ago.
time traveling, bro.
Time travel.
No, that was just this week.
Yeah, I don't even know why I brought that up. That's the funny. That's why I gave up. I was like, I'm in my head like, why did I bring that up? I forgot why I brought that up. But anyway, yes, got off Saturday, chill, got the cocaine.
Bro, yeah, kept
Got
it
the
simple,
bag.
bro. Kept it simple.
Mm-hmm. Keep it
That's
push.
what's up,
Keep
bro.
it
Push that
pushing.
shit.
That's
Push
what's
that
up.
shit.
I went camping.
Yeah,
So that was
yeah.
fun.
How was
Tell
that,
us
man?
about that.
It was great. It was a different spot. It was up in Lake. I'm saying all these local. It was Lake Elsinore. It's in California. I'm sorry. We just dropping all the National City, Chula Vista.
For the locals, that's the locals only.
Yeah, I know, and we don't want to be just a local
Nuh-uh,
podcast.
nope.
Right.
Yes, I went camping in a new spot.
Y'all stayed at the actual lake though? Because I
no,
know the lake.
No, it was near the lake. You can launch your boats off Lake Elsinore. We could walk
What?
to the lake. from our
Launch 'em?
spot.
It wasn't near the city, right? Of Lake Elsinore.
No, you literally come under the bridge. Says "Welcome to Lake Elsinore."
Okay. Because I've only been out there twice.
That's my
I'm-
first
I'm,
time.
I'm trying to see where.
It's
shit.
plain flat. Like it's
Yeah.
not like there's a skyscraper. That's
Yeah.
like,
It's not
I
pretty.
passed by it. It's like valleys.
It's not
There's
pretty.
a couple
You
mountains.
know where that one dirt road is? It's
Probably
like-
a lot of meth addicts out there.
Probably, man. Shouts
They're
out
not
to
doing
them.
heroin. It's
Pray-
not the city.
Yeah.
Pray-
Shouts out to
prayers
meth
for
addicts.
them, man. But no, it was cool. We was able to pitch our tent. Did the whole camp thing. Ate, drank.
Mm-hmm.
Was
That's
in the
always good,
pool
though,
the
man.
Whole
That's-
time, like I'm
your soul
What'd you guys
recharge.
have to eat over there?
We had links on the grill. We had burgers on the grill.
Damn! I didn't eat again.
Shish kebab.
Glizzy Gladiator.
Ordered. Glizzy gladiators.
Just I had some
Uh,
couple glizzies this weekend.
Ordered. That is the funniest shit to me, by the way. I meant to
I
tell
can't
you that,
believe
like,
that's the
2
thing.
episodes ago, and I always forget. Fucking glizzy.
It's always presidential,
you
too.
You can't help but laugh at the presidential glizzy.
Is it a
Presidential
glizzy if
glizzy.
you a president or ex-president?
I don't think-
I think that's the only criteria
think
that
it-
needs to be.
I don't think
Follow.
glizzy is just confined
I
to
don't know,
presidency
man.
now.
It's
I
just
think
not?
It's the
okay.
funniest fucking name
It's
to me,
just-
though.
Okay, it's a glizzy if you eat the hot dog with 2 hands and with your mouth wide open and your eyes half open.
What?
It has to be that.
Oh.
Because the only pictures I've seen of a glizzy is a president holding it with 2 hands like it's a big ass cock, and then they catch that snapshot with their eyes half open.
Well, I think
Like it's a
glizzy-
fucked up photo. I think that's a glizzy.
I think
if
that-
someone snaps a photo
so
of that.
Well, the glizzy is just a hot dog in general, but
just a hot
but,
dog. We
but
didn't have
that's how
glizzy.
but to make it
We
a
had
glizzy,
links.
yeah, that's an ultra glizzy right there.
To make it a postcard
That's the next
glizzy.
level. They don't even
super
got
glizzy.
Super glizzy.
Do
That's the glorious glizzy.
do the listeners know what a glizzy is?
It's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog.
Okay. Okay. So I
It's a-
think I'm thinking too deep into it. Okay, I got
But-
you.
But like the glizzy, I think people like misconstrue because you have to like open wide for it, or you know.
Right. So it's a big hot dog.
Yeah, I mean
That's what a
well,
real glizzy
A
is.
New York hot dog.
Yeah.
It's a frank.
Frank.
It's a frank. Get out.
A foot long.
Forget about it.
But no, it was
Yeah.
cool. Camp. It was just being in the tent. Had some good sleep. Slept good
Right.
both nights. Was in the pool the whole time. They had a pool. This was more of a
What y'all have? What bed would y'all sleep in? I'm sorry. to
air
interrupt.
mattress.
Air mattress.
Ooh.
Yeah, this was more of a like it wasn't the real camping. This was more
Right.
like a location. So they had
Yeah.
nice showers and bathrooms and
Okay.
a pool there. They had a area. They was doing yoga in some area.
It was a retreat?
It was
Like a campground almost.
It was like a
Yeah.
ground. Yeah, you entered.
I've
through
been to
this
those.
gate.
Yeah, I've been to
those are
those.
cool.
So
Couple of
that
those.
was more a manicure camping. It wasn't our normal shit like when we go
Yeah,
down to
you just
Mexico
go
or
into-
whatever.
yeah.
So
like
it
there's
was-
no buildings and shit.
right. Yeah, this was a whole campus.
You gotta-
Like,
you
got
gotta
the main
hunt
office
for your
over here.
food.
They had laundry over there. And yeah, I know, right?
Oh, okay.
Got dinner. That was it. I actually just got back today. I got back around.
How you feeling though?
I never know. I've done this many times,
Right.
but I never know until like I'm done because I still have to pick up my dog and like drop some stuff out the store. So like,
Where'd
I
you
have
take
that
the dog
switch on.
at?
My mom's house.
Oh, okay. I thought you did the one in bougie ass
hell no.
the hotel.
hotel?
No,
Y'all seen that shit?
No too many people
Isn't
to
it
do
the
that.
one
Bruh.
over there by was it Mission Valley?
Oh, here we go. We're local
hotel?
again.
I don't trust some things though, because you see how people be treating kids at,
Oh,
at
yes.
baby daycares
Yes.
and shit.
Yeah, it's over.
You know they kicking your dogs and shit.
Oh,
or
for
something.
sure. Yeah. And they
Nah,
just
they got cameras though. They
taking
got cameras.
advantage. Yeah, and then they turn the body cam off. Oh wait, wrong topic.
Ah.
But yeah, it was fun. Got back today. Still got a couple
Damn.
of things to do. Got laundry going, showered, all that. Put
Right,
everything. I like to do
right.
that, and I don't like to let shit sit. Like as
Yeah.
soon as I get home, we putting stuff where it's supposed to go. We cleaning up. Like I want it to feel like camping is over because you let that shit drag. It'll be
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Still got the canopy in the kitchen.
No, that's smart.
It's like, hate
Yeah.
that shit.
That's you got to spring into action,
Yeah,
man.
quick.
That's
Like,
it.
spring
Once you're
into
thinking
action.
about it,
Do it.
do it.
Yeah, take that in
Do
life
it.
too. In life too.
Do it. In life too, you have to apply that to life.
Do
Oh yeah.
That's
Do it. Yeah.
you got to do that.
like this.
Like you should.
But yeah, that was it, man. Other than that,
All your ladies pop.
Nasty ass
Like
song,
this.
but that shit hit.
All the ladies pop. Yo.
Yeah, man. Check, make that request. Lick the ass and the pussy. You ever somebody just asked you that? Like, what if
Lick my
somebody just
coochie and
asked
my
you that?
clit.
It's like,
That's
hey,
what she said, right?
when you go down there, like, can you just attack both hoes, maybe? Like, what would you?
I
do?
mean, really, you should not even be asking. Y'all should, as a man, you should be attacking them targets off the riff, right?
attacking
Is that?
you saying attacking the
Attack-
ass off the rip? Because some dudes feel differently about that.
Ah, man.
You
Hey,
say you,
fuck
once
all
you're
that
down
funny
there, you
shit.
say who gives a shit? Right?
Let's catch
Yeah.
hepatitis today, bro. We attacking that asshole,
Oh,
man,
you,
right?
don't, you don't think it's clean?
It's 2020, bro. We need to live life because shit can end tomorrow, bro.
You
Damn.
don't think
It's time to take chances. 2020 is a year of taking
So you
chances.
saying eating ass is taking? chances?
You taking a major chance, bro. So I'm
Really?
tlike to get that hepatitis
What if it's like fresh out
today.
the shower? Like y'all
Yes.
took a shower and she's super clean. Like
Oh, so she was in.
y'all was in the shower together. So you witnessed.
So
So
she-
she washed her ass.
Okay, I mean, shoot, yeah. If
That's
she
not
if she
taking a
washed
chance
the ass,
yeah.
anymore, right?
but you really gotta wash the ass though. You gotta put you know
Get
the
a-
soap on it, and
get
you
a-
gotta
Enema.
stick it in and ring around the rose. You know what I mean?
Just drain her.
You gotta use that Drano.
It's like you see a chick
Drain.
walking around frail. She doing anal tonight. Like, damn, eat. Nah, I'm good. Oh, you doing?
Yeah, you're supposed to not eat 24 hours before
I
the.
know.
If y'all real about it, but who does that?
Yeah, ain't nobody prepping like the porn
Especially in
stars.
2020, we taking risks.
That's why the porn stars be fucking people up. People
Yeah.
don't know the prep that goes behind the
Right,
scenes.
right.
So you have a
Yeah.
motherfucker trying to fuck somebody behind the building.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Then you
let's
get
try
some shit.
anal.
And then boom.
yo,
Face landed in some
people out
doo doo.
there-
Splat.
splash.
would y'all appreciate that? Let's say just stupid scenario. Would y'all appreciate that real quick if y'all went to a club or some shit And the girl was like, you
Some
want to
shit.
do anal? And you're like, I'm not. Well, I haven't eaten 24 hours. You know what I mean?
No,
I did a shoot.
I wouldn't appreciate
10
that.
You would be like, oh, well, nice. Okay.
I gotta at least know this person for 24 hours.
Definitely not anal smashing the randoms. Now
Yeah.
that's taking a risk.
Yeah, that's a big
Put your
risk.
That's
dick in
a
a
big
random
risk.
buttholes. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have some. Y'all gotta have some dates under your belt.
Yeah.
A
first.
friend that you
gotta
know that you've been wanting to smash.
No,
and
no,
then she-
you still gotta have some dates on your. So
Yeah.
even if you know her,
Yeah.
you need to know her. Like,
Okay, well, yeah, we
spend the
can
night at the house, maybe look under the toilet seat, see how she cleans that.
conform to that then. Okay, let's say
Yeah.
that we do, and y'all been on a couple dates. Y'all smash. How? Nah, I don't know. It was 3. I don't know. Is this a weird conversation to have?
No,
It's 3.
We're
How many
talking about
smash-
nobody right now.
How many smashes until
Until
anal,
Anal?
and then you're cool with it, but not y'all ain't dating or nothing.
Well, you have
You built enough trust
Huh.
to where you're like, okay, anal would not be. I wouldn't
No.
mind doing anal.
I think anything ass, you have to be committed to
Yeah.
one person. If y'all don't have titles and you're allowing her to date around,
See, I don't know. I
that's-
mean, shit.
What do you mean? I don't know.
I
That's
don't.
just,
I don't.
That's
I,
not.
I don't know.
Would
I don't date or not like that.
would you wanna-
I don't know what's funky or what's not.
Would you want to? Well, the ass could be funky.
Ass could be funky.
Yeah.
Would you want to take a risk with a chick who you know isn't committed to you? That means
I mean, well, I don't really fuck with anal anyways, but I don't know. I don't know.
you don't fuck with anal. I'm just playing.
Anal seems like a waste of time.
It's funny. That was that like shower sex. A lot of shit that we
I
were
don't even fuck with
made to
shower sex either.
believe that was like the
fucking-
hottest thing.
yeah.
You would tip
Right.
that shit like, oh, this shit. Roadhead,
fucking
I think
whack.
once you're done with it, okay, I experienced it.
bro. Roadhead is dangerous as fuck. It's like, bro.
That
Yeah.
shit fucking whack.
Like, have you ever experienced that?
I have experienced roadhead.
But how
And
do
to
you
be
enjoy
honest,
that when you're driving, bro? How do you let your head go?
I just be driving, bro.
and you enjoy
I look
it,
down occasionally. I'm like, oh shit. I'm
but
getting
and
head.
you don't even see shit. You just see it.
Hey, it's like, okay, this is cool. I'm getting head. Like,
So the thought of it is
The
like,
thought
oh,
of
this
it,
is
yeah.
hard, but it's not really like stimulating. Like, oh,
Right.
a lot of sexual fantasies I've had have just been the thought
trash.
of it.
Oh, the thought of it.
Well, the thought of it is more intriguing than actually doing it.
Right.
'Cause
Oh, for
like,
sure.
like you said,
Yeah.
like
For
the anal
sure.
shit. Oh, shit, I'm in her
Yeah.
ass, bro. This is
But-
crazy.
but then you realize
it's
the
not supposed to
prep
be in here.
And like you can't really do shit because it hurts
Right.
for the most part.
Right,
yeah, them
right.
chicks that be them porns like yes, like no,
No.
they either on drugs or numbing cream or they feel it when the cameras go off.
So-
nobody want to get plowed in their ass.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Right. Would y'all say it's an achievement if y'all made a girl bust through her asshole just doing anal? Do you get that achievement? Oh, 500 points.
Well, then I think,
Xbox.
but I think they get all the credit though.
Yeah.
Because if a chick can bust through her asshole, that means she's just taking any sensation. It's kind of like the equivalent.
You think
of,
so?
If
Nah,
it's
nah,
like
nah.
a girl touches your shoulder and you buzz, like is that credit
Right.
on her or you? Because you're hypersexual.
Very true.
Because there's no stimulation
Yeah.
in the ass.
There-
So
There's
if
none.
she's coming
But-
off that,
well, for them, it's not. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no.
Oh, yeah,
they
right.
can still feel it though because the
No, they feel it.
tracks are right next to each other, right? The anal and then the vaginal or
Oh,
path.
I don't know.
I mean, think about it. It is walls.
Yeah.
So like this, we're in a vagina
If
here.
these
The
walls
next
could
door could
talk.
be the ass, and it's fucking separated by this wall.
Yeah,
It's
but
thin. I think they feel it, right?
these
I don't,
walls could
I
talk.
don't think from an orgasmic standpoint. And again, I have no fucking idea.
No, I
about
think I
a
remember-
woman's body. So women are listening, like you fucking dudes talking shit. Correct us.
Let us know in the comments section.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let us know. Do you feel it?
I think I've been told that where
You
she
feeling
can
Mr.
kind of
Krabs?
feel it.
but to come is like, I guess who
Yeah,
can?
but that
I
should
guess
be
my
an
question is who
achievement,
gets the
right?
credit though?
Right? Who does get the credit in that?
Because chicks, because you got them chicks that are just you could just finger it and they're like, and they
True.
just buzz off nothing. So
Very
is
true,
that
very
you
true.
or them?
Very true.
Some of them can bust off of suck nipples. you know?
Yeah, you can suck a chick titties and she come. If she's that, if it's that,
If it's
every
that.
woman's body is different. So
Yeah.
it's like,
very interesting.
I don't know if we're getting the credit
Nah.
for the ass bust.
Who does get the credit? Yeah, definitely let us
I
know.
think she would get it.
Yeah.
I think because,
But like
I
always,
mean, the dude don't really get that
just put your
much credit.
dick in there, that's
yeah.
it.
But
we don't.
the dude is doing the work. You're setting the tempo. You're setting the pace. You're setting how deep you going in. If you
That
want to
could
use
be-
100%, or you're the one doing all the work.
That could be all subjective too.
That could be. That could be. She could. I don't know. That's a very interesting question. We need someone.
Maybe you can go out there and figure it out.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
hell
you can do
no.
some clinical trials.
Child, I got clinicals. Right?
Hell, that was
I need you to be between 5'8" and 5'10" for this clinical. Hot, tight ass.
Imagine that thing on a clinical trial flyer or
Need
whatever
your ass
needed.
tight. If it's been used, you will not get accurate results back from the test that I'm about to perform.
right.
Please,
We will
please
know.
no Nashville hot chicken before.
Oh, her ass gonna burn.
Then your shit gonna burn.
Can you imagine if our dick
Oh
started
my
burning?
God. Yeah, that'd be.
And she just didn't say
You
shit?
got an STD, motherfucker.
Yeah. Can you imagine? She just took a shit after eating some Tennessee Hot. You thinking it's clean?
Oh, you like hit her
And you-
up, and she like, yeah, come through.
Yeah. Or I don't even. That'd be fucked up.
Well, first of all, here's your test for your single man. I've said this on the show many times. If you go over to a chick's house and you're about to smash, go to the restroom. If there's no wet wipes in the
Oh.
vicinity,
Okay.
that means that there might be some shit residue when you get back there. Because that means they ain't clean.
Nah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what-
think
what-
so, bro. I've never smelled a girl's asshole.
I didn't say smell. I just said it could be. I didn't say
Or seen.
guaranteed.
Yeah, true.
I didn't. No. I'm not telling you what a guarantee. I'm saying that you're running Russian roulette at that point. If they're not finishing up with the wipe,
Right.
the wipe does
Huh.
the rest of the job. The tissue, you can get a lot,
Uh-huh.
but I don't care how much you can get. Your tissue could come back white after you wipe your
Uh-huh.
ass. You run a wipe through there, it's like, oh shit,
You
there's
think
more work to be
Okay, I
done,
see.
bro.
Because you added you adding
it's-
moisture
Yes,
and the
yes.
solution.
So they
you
got the
introducing-
surface shit off.
Right.
That wipe is the last, it's the last thing that gets it done.
It's the last of
You
the
guys remember that-
Mohicans. Okay, I see.
You guys
Yes.
remember that one video? It was on Facebook. It made like it went viral. Some dude using like just got out of prison or something like that and used the one.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the finger.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. I still don't understand that. Can
the
y'all
one
explain
I
that?
can't reframe I can't recount it, but I remember what was he saying? He was saying like
He wasn't making any
fold
sense.
It, you fold it up, you cut off the corner,
Right.
and then you stick your finger through the middle of
Oh.
that, and then you basically use your finger to
wipe
wipe
your
out all the
ass.
shit, and then you use the
To-
sheet to clean your finger, and then the shit that the little piece that you cut off, you clean it under your fingernails.
Nasty motherfucker, bro. Hold on. Are they not getting paper?
Bro,
We're
it's
not gonna talk
prison.
about
Decent
what-
amount
they don't
of
get
paper,
nothing
They don't
in
get
jail,
nothing, bro.
They
Come
don't get
on,
anything.
come on.
It's
Let's
jail.
be real.
God,
They don't
Our,
Damn.
our jails
don't
are
get
not
shit.
to rehabilitate. Our jails is to make motherfuckers worse.
Yo,
That's what American jails. That feeds
that's
you
crazy.
the shittiest, nastiest food that you will ever eat. Like you're not gonna get better in jail.
It's like high
not
school
gonna
food,
happen.
but
Worse.
expired.
Yeah.
And
What the
Just-
grocery stores don't want to throw away, they ship it to the jails.
yeah.
Damn.
And then what
dude.
they say, oh, it's cooked. And then
Yeah,
that's
jail is the worst, bro. That's
Well,
why-
because we know they're privately owned, right? So
yeah,
these
yeah.
motherfuckers, these
We know how that story goes.
it. Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
so many of a certain amount of people in there for petty crimes.
I mean, they are privately owned,
And
right?
there's still
Yes.
there's still people in there for
That's
fucking
crazy.
marijuana charges.
Yeah, still
or
people in
cannabis charges.
marijuana, and all you gotta do is get
crazy.
somebody in the system.
Right.
So you can arrest somebody off nothing and then say he was resist. Like that's why they do those
Mhm.
ticky tack charges. Once you get a ticky tack charge,
Yeah.
anything after that combined with the ticky tack, and then next thing you know you got a record.
Yeah.
See, people don't think that. They just think, oh, well, you should have been doing this. But it's like if motherfuckers are aiming to set you up from jump,
Right.
ticky tack, and then in life we all make mistakes.
Mhm.
Some of us get to make a mistake and then have no record and be no ticky tacks and be like, all right, slap on the wrist. Some people ticky tack makes their mistake that they're allowed to make because we all make mistakes, and then you combine
Right.
that with 2 ticky tacks. Now you're looking at 10 years in prison.
Wow.
And then once you're in prison, of course you gotta fight for your life, and then you become this evil person because you
Right.
got. Not saying you do, but
No.
that
Yeah.
happens, and then you get to fighting
You-
in jail.
Yeah.
Now you got a record in jail. We're gonna move you, and before you know it, a ticky tack turned into 15, 20 years, and then he dies in prison. Like
Well, they want to get you
that's
in
the
there.
system. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's where the ticky tacks come from.
Right.
Yeah.
Oof.
So
And even then,
eesh.
for marijuana charges, even when you get out, there is really not too many doors that are open for you, man.
which I find is the dumbest thing. It's
Yeah.
like a criminal record, you can't vote, and it's hard to get a job. But it's just like if they went to jail. First of all, there should be a criteria.
Yeah, if it's
Like if
for
I went to jail for
rehabilitation,
weed,
right?
Right.
I shouldn't be treated like the guy that went to jail for murder.
Yes.
Right.
But you just see jail on my record. They don't tell you, oh, it was just a weed charge. That's it. Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But oh, you killed somebody? Yeah, no, I don't want you working
Right.
here because you might snap again.
Right.
But and then you can't vote, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
Ticky tack. get you in jail, and let's say you do get out, hey, you can't even vote and affect the society because you went to jail. That's a systematic oppression, bro. That's where the systematic word comes from.
Right. It's
I don't
all
know how
connected.
the fuck we even got here, but that's what it is.
It's all connected to the same system.
Right.
Yes. But
To
people
the
don't
same
understand
cause.
that. They don't understand those type. They just know the
Yeah.
people that, gang bang and rob. And like, see, but I was like, there are people that are getting preyed on to get in the system.
But it all goes back to a lot of stuff that needs to be revamped that was set in place years and years ago,
entertainment
decades
business
ago.
as well,
Right.
too.
Who?
Like the entertainment business.
Oh, the
Yeah.
entertainment business. That's why I'm surprised. Remember that black boy that
Right.
came out with that song? I'm a strong. He went viral, or whatever. When it's sad because I'm drawing a blank on the name of the murder guy recently with other murdered black guys. Who was the one that was recently?
Pop Smoke?
No. The knee on George Floyd.
George Floyd. Yeah, there's just so
I was
many.
thinking Alton
Yeah.
Sterling. I was thinking like no.
Right.
He's a
George
rapper.
Floyd.
I was like, what?
When that happened, it was a black boy that came on Instagram. He was like, he was singing a song about being a black man, whatever. Anyway, it went viral, and then he got a record deal, and then there was a video of Dr. Dre. He was in the studio with Dr.
Right.
Dre.
Dope.
Right.
Dope.
But then when I remember when I saw that post of him getting a record deal, I was like, and everybody was like, God is good. I was like, why are we going to sit here and act like we don't know that there's so many documentaries of all of our favorite entertainers getting raped in the music industry?
Yeah.
So you
Right,
take
no.
this boy who's just
A
expressing
wholesome,
himself,
yeah, just a wholesome kid.
throw him into this industry to the wolves and
Fuck
say,
him up.
he got a deal.
How old was he?
I don't
Well,
even know. He
okay.
looked maybe 14-ish. He looked like a teenager for
yeah,
sure.
they
But
gonna throw him through the ringer.
All we could do is hope because he's under he got the Dr.
Nah,
Dre
I don't know if he got
cosign.
a deal, but Dr. Dre was producing the song that he sung on Instagram.
Let's hope that is something that they're doing the right thing.
Sure, he can.
You know,
this
right.
moment would be right.
Because
Right.
I think the best thing about now is with all this going on is a lot of people are getting exposed and being held accountable. So if you do some foul shit,
Right.
the internet's gonna fuck you up.
Right.
And your career possibly. So I'm hoping that now people are really are thinking about what they're doing
Right.
and the end result instead of just acting on whatever, whether it be emotion, financially. Hopefully people are thinking more about before they be posting shit.
Well,
And
I was saying with him though, it's like, yeah, this moment would
even
be
with
great.
that industry.
He would be great. Dr. Dre's gonna do the right thing. They're probably gonna do the right
Right.
song.
They see
But he
a
signed a
financial
record deal.
Eesh.
That's what I'm saying. So after this
Right.
Dr. Dre cosign leaves, now we're gonna need an album.
Right, yeah.
You can't even tour. So it's like, why would you sign a record deal
Ah.
where most of the artists make their money on tour?
He legit signed it.
Touring. He signed it. They said it to RC or somewhere. And I'm just like, it's 2020. Like that. If this was 2000, yeah, we all be like, yo, the record deal. Oh, he good.
Right.
But we know so much about the industry, how that advance money ain't shit and this money ain't shit.
Has it gotten better though?
No, it got
No,
worse.
it's worse
Especially now
now.
with streaming, because now they done made up their own rules of streaming. Like 100 million streams equals one album sales. It's like,
Because
who made that
if-
number up?
Yeah, because if people were buying music before like all the streaming shit really popped off, all these independent artists would have made way more
Shitload of money.
way more money. But streams has
Streams equal the playing field.
Yeah.
But then some, like the fact that CDs existed before us, right?
right.
Mhm.
So we never knew, like that structure, as far as we know, that was the structure intact.
Right.
You have to pay for shipping, your album can leak, distribution, all that. The fact that we seen streams become a thing in our generation, it was nothing, then it was a stream. But from nothing to a stream, the labels were able to say 100,000 streams equals one record sale based off what?
Yeah, they kind of just caught that out of thin
Yeah.
air.
That's what. Yeah,
How
like,
are they?
where did you?
How can you quantify that?
There's nothing. But
There-
that's the new rule, and
Yeah.
everybody in the industry just accepted it. Like,
And you know what's funny? Like there was no scientific backing by that. It
Yeah.
wasn't. There was no stats. It wasn't like okay, so one person.
I mean, maybe in
listen-
their
Right.
world, they probably did some crazy shit. But from a general person, it's like, how do you get to tell me one stream should be a purchase?
Right.
They listen.
Right. I
That's
mean,
a
if you think
purchase.
about that, but then maybe like it would have inflated the industry. They're probably like, oh well, now everyone's
No,
like it's
Well,
too accurate. I guess
it would have
right?
empowered the artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. True.
If you would have
That's what I
said,
meant.
if I put an album out with 12 songs and that album got 12 streams, no matter how they streamed it, 12 streams for a 12-song album equals one album. That's
Right.
simple math. Because even if you buy an album, you might listen to 4 or 5 songs on the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might give it a once through, but even with a physical copy, you had to pay for 12 and you might only
Yeah.
like 5. So
Right.
what's the difference in stream? Pay me for my 12 even though they only stream 5. I still got 12. So if I have a 12 song, 12 streams. So if I have 24, 2 albums. If you did that and Chris Brown's doing 100 million streams an album, you would have to pay Chris Brown a lot of money.
Right.
So how about so we don't have to pay these motherfuckers? Let's say 100,000 streams is one album. Or because it's a ridiculous number like that.
Because who's benefiting off all this? Spotify and the labels.
Yeah, all the big heads.
Right. It's just a big head. So.
They agreed. Spotify agreed with the labels to say, hey, Spotify. They probably came to him and said, look, we're going to make this number the stream. Here's all the scientific backing. You're going to make this much money profit. We're going to make this profit. We're going to get 60. You get 30. The artists get 10.
Right.
And Spotify agreed with the labels.
And that's why you see a lot of you see a lot of these artists just going for the bundle route now.
So yeah, a bundle is when they take like a shirt or a concert ticket, put it with the album, and you can sell that. But they banned that counting. How did they do it? Oh no. So people started doing it backwards now. They started adding an album to a concert ticket, and then they were trying to count that as an album sale. So they banned that. I think Billboard. Because that's what artists were doing. We can't sell albums, but people coming to our shows. Well, if you buy this ticket, it comes with my album, and that's going to count as an album sale, even though you bought my ticket. So they were playing that game for a while. Like Chris Brown, he went to his concert last year, came with an album.
Right,
so that counted as a fucking album.
That fucking long ass album of 46.
Yeah, Indigo. Yeah, it has some joints on there though. I actually listened from start to finish. I was like, this for 40 songs. If he made a 12 song album, he would have classics on top of classics. But because he makes 40. But he's doing the stream shit though. He's smart. He's talented enough to be like, I'm gonna put so much on one album that even if they streamed it once, times, whatever, I'm gonna make a shitload of money. And so they're trying to figure out how to get rid of that now. They're trying to figure out a way to cut the artists out from making their money, which is still from him, that kid signing that deal. It's like if you already went viral,
right?
You already got the recognition.
Uh-huh.
People know you can sing.
Right.
There's no touring right now. There's no studio sessions. There's no concerts. You're not finna go perform on Good Morning America. Why not take this heat you got, put your own music out, put it up. You could put it. We put our podcast on iTunes. Put your song up and make all the money 100%. Now you got some label that already you probably signed 50% of your. This is probably what they did. They probably say, hey, look, you're up and coming. You're new.
Right.
So we're not going to take 100%, but we'll take 70 because once you put an album out on us, we're going to get you where that Black Lives Matter song is going to be in Europe and Australia.
Right. They try to.
Do you know Roddy Ricch? You know Roddy? Okay, yeah. So you know Roddy.
We know Roddy.
You know Offset and Amigos. That's how they do these. So I'm just like, wow. If that was my kid, I would have said, no, I'm good. The fact that they're even because I said that about us. Once we get to the point where they're offering us deals. That's when you say no.
You have the power.
Yeah, that's when you say no because it's like we've done enough to get your attention,
right?
And this deal is shitty. But now I know that if somebody from Spotify is reaching out, that means we're coming across the right table.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hold out a little bit more until a better deal comes.
Right, and I feel like if you say no and you be patient, like that actually increases your value, right? Because
for sure, it's like
that leaves room for other people to hit you for other
exactly
to bang
record
that
labels.
Line.
Exactly, yeah, to bang that line.
Because once they find out you're sort of, then it becomes a competition.
Right,
then it's like, wait, RCA went for him? Oh shit, okay, well then we need to put together a package. And now you sitting at your table like Capitol, RCA, Interscope. Def Jam.
And then
that's a
and
market.
then you look at all of them and then you're like,
fuck all of them.
Fuck all of them. Independent.
Yeah.
Give away my masters or make 100% in the time where the playing field is even now. You only can release online and digitally. So
all
now I don't have to
you basically.
Yeah, like I don't have to compete with Drake because Drake's able to sell out 30,000 seater and I can't.
Good point.
We're all here now. It's all digital.
That's a good point.
So I felt bad for that. I was like, I don't know how I feel about him signing a
right.
record deal, bro.
I mean, people that were cheering for him are obviously, I hope so. We're hoping that, it wasn't like a faulty ass fucking contract, but
most people don't know the music industry, so they're just thinking how we thought ignorantly, like, oh, record deal, you're good.
Yeah.
We know that's not the case.
They're looking at that as like Ellen. Like
you went on the Ellen show.
Went on Ellen and you got noted, and then people are like, oh, that feels good.
That
By the
nothing.
way, Ellen is a piece of shit, right?
No, what happened?
She is the worst person to work with.
I never heard this.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this either until recently, bro. But there are people that actually it's the thing now. It's like a trend on how shitty Ellen DeGeneres is.
I mean, all those
talk shows. Or...
Yeah, all those people in entertainment that got their own talk shows and got their own little, whatever.
Yeah.
They're pieces of shit. Like James Corden, everybody says he's just a fucking dickhead.
Right.
Right.
This is actually good. Kind of a segue because it made me think about Tory Lanez. We can talk about the Meg Thee Stallion shit, but it made me think about Tory Lanez. How you think they're one way?
Radio or
Huh?
whatever that.
No. How you think they're one way, and
Right.
then when Tory Lanez got arrested, did you see how they was posting
I saw the arrest.
his stats, his attributes?
Oh,
This
yeah.
motherfucker's 5'3", weigh 120 pounds, bro.
Well, we've seen him get mushed when he's playing basketball with what's his name, right? I forgot who he's playing him against, but he
Yeah.
looks small.
Yeah, he looked, of course, but like you know how you're filming,
120?
you know how they
The
film.
media.
Like,
Yeah.
so you see him on quarantine, it's like the way he acts,
Right.
Because I was like,
He act
he
big.
act like he can. I'm like 5'3", what? You get your ass.
He's a small ass girl, bro.
That's a girl
120?
body. 120.
120.
5'3",
Bruh.
120.
That's shorty.
Yeah,
Hey, that's shorty in the
that's
back,
what I'm
homie.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
What?
So this situation, the reason why
Wow.
this happened, if you've been living under a rock, news first leaks on like a Thursday or something. Meg Thee Stallion, no, Tory Lanez was arrested for a gun charge.
Right.
So I saw that. I thought, standard procedure. The baby gets a gun. Everybody gets a gun charge.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. We're gonna see the follow up. Second follow up is like Meg Thee Stallion was with them, and Meg Thee Stallion was shot. So then I started thinking, Tory Lanez probably was defending her honor because they've been hanging out this whole quarantine. They've been at the house together. They've been on quarantine radio. So I was like, he must have
Had to
defended
have,
her
right?
honor, right? So it's
Yeah.
cool. All right, cool. All right, typical hip hop love story, whatever. They probably
Motherfucker
gonna
bust
end up
back.
together. Yeah, he bust back.
Like
he
a
got
Bonnie
in
and
trouble.
Clyde shit.
Yeah, right. Bonnie. I'm thinking very
Right.
positive. I'm like, okay, this is
Man got
dope.
caught with a stray.
Right. I was like, he was there for it. Like, no,
Right.
stay down, Meg. Stay down.
Yeah,
I
pop,
got
pop.
you. I got you.
He was like, what's his name?
What's
Soldier
up?
Boy.
Yeah.
Shot his ass.
Another one came through. I was like,
Stop. Four dudes run through the door. Told him, give me the gun. Pass it. Open the door. Shot his ass. Shot 3 more times. Shot.
His explanation,
Pull
but
and then-
I didn't mean to.
Pull.
I didn't mean to fuck up your momentum, bro.
Pulled,
but-
off, pulled off the mask. Saw who he was. Damn. And then shot his ass again. Started screaming. Fuck.
did you see the cartoon? Right?
Yeah. He was all fucking like rolling everywhere, fucking diving.
Yeah, with his calm ass voice.
And then it was funny when he went back into the room
Yeah.
with his homie or the producer or whatever. He said, my homie said, pass me the gun. I said, no, I ain't giving you shit. And then after that, it's just ended. Like
Oh
that.
my
That's
god.
hilarious. I lifted the mask.
Saw who he was. Damn. Pow, shot his ass.
All right.
My bad. Go.
No.
We digress a
No,
little.
that
bit.
was hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah. So next story comes out. Tory, they're claiming that Tory Lanez shot Meg, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
that's when it got my. I'm like, wait.
That's what got
what?
my attention. I was
And
like,
then Meg's producer tweeted, Tory ain't gonna get, like, basically co-signing that tweet. And
Yeah.
then her bodyguard came out and said, if I was there. So I'm like, this is like, this is real
Yeah, this
shit.
is real.
Right.
And then I
Right.
think Tory got charged. So Tory got arrested, charged with it.
Was that the footage that we saw?
That footage when
No,
she
the
was
only-
walking
yeah.
backwards and he was laying on the ground.
Because I saw footage of them getting arrested, but it looked like Meg Thee Stallion wasn't injured at all.
they said she was limping out she got out the truck and you can see her like limping. She got shot in her
Fuck,
foot.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I
And
saw
then
her
he was
talking to
already
cops.
on the ground. He
Right,
was already
okay,
on the
okay.
ground. You couldn't even see him until you
Yeah.
rewind it. He's like, oh shit,
he was just like, he was
Yeah.
T-posed out.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I mean, like,
I was
at
like, who's
that point,
that kid on the ground? Oh, that's Tory Lanez.
well, at that point, like, if you know a gun involved when everything is going on and you black, you probably like, look, bro, come get me. I ain't
Yeah.
motherfucking muscle. Come get me. Here it is.
Yeah.
Hands behind the head. Where you want me to go? Because y'all motherfuckers shoot people for pulling their pants up.
You got to damn near have handcuffs on you just
Yeah.
in case.
Right
so when
here,
they,
bro.
click, click.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
take
did it
me, bro.
myself. I
Here
did
you
it
go,
myself, dog.
Here you go, officer. Have your way with
Yeah, right? That's what they want. God dang it.
Wow.
But yeah, so then that started leaking, and then Meg, I'm gonna read what she said. Well, not everything, but she said that
That looked well put together, by the way. She actually took some time to write that.
I kind of read a little bit and then stopped caring it midway through it. She said she got shot more than once as a result of a crime that was committed against her with the intention to physically harm me. And we were speaking before the show. We were saying
Right, that's
if it
just what I
wasn't
read.
Tory,
Man, who?
she would have said,
Yeah.
Nah,
Right.
Tory didn't do that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
She just basically said, I ain't gonna say no names legally, but and then she put it in perspective. It wasn't we was in the car and the gun went off. It said trying to physically harm me.
Yeah.
right.
So now you're changing how we look at it. Like,
So the
Tory was
intention-
coming at you. He shot you twice. Like Tory Lanez. And then that's why I was like, wait, so Tory Lanez tried to kill Meg Thee Stallion?
That's what I'm saying. Like he gonna get. It don't make sense because you must know that you're not gonna get
Right.
away with it.
No.
So-
Unless you plan to kill the bitch.
This
Right.
wasn't- so we-
Unless he was really hoping for that body.
Nah,
you go
but
dump
we
that
do know it's
motherfucker.
not premeditated though.
Why
It has
not?
to be a spur of the moment type deal, right?
Not if she said well, see, now that could be some legal
Yeah.
jargon.
Because-
by putting that on her statement and say he was intentionally, that's where you can get
Yeah, we
pre-med.
don't have to
That's
wait
where
for
you
that.
can
But
you
what
can
I'm
plant seeds.
what I'm getting at is if she knew the person coming at her, like it had to been spur of the moment. Because if you was trying to catch a body like that and you did not want to get caught, you would have planned it more carefully, right? To not get
Well, no,
caught.
because you're already trying to catch a body, so you're not planning
Yeah.
anything carefully.
But what I'm saying is, where's the motivation? Like, these are two famous people. One famous person is trying to kill another famous person. Wouldn't you rather do that and get off with it and still be famous and not be in jail?
Well, that's my argument though. Is
It's weird. It's a weird story.
If
Yeah.
it's implanted, if what you're saying is true,
Right.
that he's planning to kill.
I don't
her.
think it was
Not
planned. That's-
okay, well, if what
No.
you said that he made up his mind at that point to kill her,
Right.
then
What
at that
happened?
point, then you can throw any logic. Like,
Yeah, right. True.
Right.
does he want to get away with it? Well, do you not want to just kill her at all?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it would be
Right.
if-
At that point, it's
Yeah.
like you can. Exactly what you guys said. It's like at that point, if you just stop and don't want to kill her, then there's really no risk because
Yeah.
there wouldn't be any risk. You
Yeah.
know, you
But
didn't.
he
kill
shot
the
a
person.
weapon.
She said twice. She got shot twice.
Twice.
So
But
that
then
was
Why would you
Yeah.
pull out a
once.
weapon if you're not gonna? I
Because
mean,
you're 5'3", 120 pounds.
damn.
Beat his ass.
They got the inverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like Tory
she's-
Lanez should
yeah.
be
Yeah,
Meg
her
Thee
son-
Stallion's
and she should
build.
be Meg.
Yeah, what the fuck going on, bro?
Yeah.
And to your argument about the
2020 some
premeditated,
shit.
what if something happened earlier that day or earlier that week, and he got her in a car, making it seem like we friendly, and pulled out? That's premeditated.
Nah, that could be. Nah, for sure.
We're assuming that everything was cool, and then he just you don't just flip and try to shoot somebody you've been cool with this whole quarantine
But-
without some premeditation.
Right.
Yeah.
But they showed the video of her and Kylie at the pool party at the pool
Well,
where Tory Lanez was at, right?
Kylie was never there. They paid good money to.
Yeah.
They pay. You ain't heard shit about Kylie. They paid
Right,
good money.
but there's footage.
Oh, no,
though.
that's
like,
what I'm
we
saying.
got that
But-
IG.
Oh, yeah.
them Jenners paid all those proper outlets. Say, hey, here you
Yeah.
go. Don't mention her name. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
her
it's funny
shit.
because
well, to get into their house, you got to sign a non-disclosure.
Who was that? To the Jenners? Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
So they keep their shit private.
Yeah.
Like you can't say shit.
But I'm saying it's not a mistake that you've been hearing Tory, Megan,
Right.
Tory. Like if that was Trey
Wow,
Songz,
What the fuck?
you would have heard Tory, Megan, and Trey Songz. If that was any other the baby, you name it. But
Yeah.
a Jenner, they're just like every time y'all report, just don't say Jenner. Don't
Bro,
put
I'm still
Jenner
confused,
on the
though.
name. TMZ ain't saying Jenner. You
Right.
just put two and
Yeah.
two together. You just saw the story. It's like, oh, they was at the same place. That's the only reason why you know that. Cause
Or
you saw
people
the
just
video.
know better. You think
What do you
people
mean?
just know better? But that's if you're in that industry,
Well, I
you
mean,
know all the Kardashians.
I
let's
don't
not
think
talk shit.
anybody. I don't think Meg or anybody knew that shit was gonna.
Of course
happen
not.
down
But
there.
that's what I'm
Only
saying.
I'm saying-
Tory probably.
And
knew
if the
that he
news
was gonna
outlets
do
with that name, they would. That's a headline.
we
Yeah.
need
Put
it.
Jenner up there would get people to click your story. So the
True.
fact that you don't see it lets you know that they already behind the scenes. Like
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
nothing.
That's like the
Let
that's
them-
like the
let-
cops, bro. That's
Yeah.
like the feds. Like, we got to keep this shit on the wraps.
Yeah.
we can't have no coverage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's an interesting story, man. I don't know what to think about that.
Said the original TMZ report said that she suffered a cut on her foot, but police later found fellow rapper Tory Lanez with a weapon in an SUV. She further set the record straight by claiming she was never arrested and the police officers drove me to the hospital while I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. So allegedly he shot
Shut
her over the weekend following a dispute. The two documented themselves chilling poolside with Kylie Jenner on Instagram live before police received the phone call of disturbance near Hollywood Hills, bro. That's where Pop Smoke was shot at. That's where that rapper, that chick that he be with, they got their house robbed twice in the Hollywood Hills.
Bro, the Hollywood Hills is
I forgot
wild
her name.
because they don't have security up there. It's just a whole bunch of secluded ass house that are spread apart from each other. You know what I mean? So you could do some shit.
I got a conspiracy theory. They keep thinking
It's so secluded.
They keep looking for gangbangers. Like, what if the locals in the Hollywood Hills like, yo, another ignorant rapper coming.
Fuck, right? They probably
Here
be
go
thinking
6
that
racks.
It
Go
has to
handle
be,
that,
bro.
please. Let's scare them.
Neighborhood watch.
Let's scare them from coming. Like I just thought of this right now. I wouldn't be surprised because if you're in the Hollywood Hills, you got money. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, bro, I'm tired of these ignorant people coming to our hills, messing up our value. So every time one comes, we're going to get them pop, shot, and rob, and hopefully that's enough to keep them. But rappers just keep coming to the Hollywood Hills. I would not go to the Hollywood Hills. They killing people.
Hollywood Hills ain't shit anyways.
Yeah, and then
Who
they
the fuck
blame.
wants to live on a goddamn hill?
I mean, some people like that.
I do
that
believe
cachet and looking over.
Nah, it's the choice that you need to make if you become a certain level.
Oh yeah.
As far as your status, like you want to get away from people. So I can understand that. Like if you around your normal day, if you got cameras around you all the time, you're like, fuck this. I'm not trying to share a wall with someone or even a fence. Like I'm trying to live in a big ass house where there's like a good couple acres between the next house.
But that's not Hollywood Hills though. Hollywood Hills are right next door to each other. You ain't see when Pop Smoke got murdered, when they were showing the footage of them taking him out the stretcher, those houses were like boop, 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 boop.
Are they? There ain't no long driveway up to the house?
No.
Damn, so I guess I don't know
No,
what the fuck the Hollywood Hills look like.
The Hollywood Hills is
I'm thinking of Parasite, if y'all seen Parasite.
No, I haven't seen that. But Hollywood Hills is like La Jolla. What
Okay.
you're talking about
Alright.
is motherfuckers go
Calabasas, maybe.
Yeah, motherfuckers go to like Calabasas, a Temecula equivalent of LA, where it's land where you can get them loan. Yeah, all the celebrities, people think celebrities live in Hollywood. They live in the random names you don't know about LA. That's where they live at. They don't live in Beverly Hills.
That's
like they might have a condo in Beverly Hills, but like what you're talking about, where you see them big homes, is always some random something California or something New Jersey.
Because they're different counties and shit.
That's where they go. They lay
like
low.
Separate.
Right. Okay. Well, then I got it all fucked up.
Celebrities.
You still in Hollywood, like you still
you're in
the
the
thick
area,
of LA.
sure. Or you might not be nowhere near Hollywood.
Right.
But because you're not from LA, we just know LA, Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people who just
Pasadena. Like you could live in Pasadena, which is like still
but all
LA,
that in
but
between LA and Pasadena. That's where them celebrities live. Like just like such and such Topanga, blah blah, California. It's like, oh, that's where Jamie Foxx house is. Like that's where you're gonna find their houses at.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
but
sense.
the last report is Tory fired the shots from within the vehicle while Megan was outside trying to leave. So she was got out the car trying to go, and within the vehicle he pulled the gun.
Yo, that sounds like a
That's wild. First of all,
that sounds like a setup, don't it?
No, it sounded like they got to arguing, and she's like, "Get your little dick 5'3" ass bitch ass out of here." Because you know she could talk, so she could make a small man. She could make a regular man feel small. So I know she probably said some shit to him.
Oh, and she bigger?
Yeah, like you ain't gonna
chew your little ass up.
She probably
like,
pushed his ass off. Get your little ass up. Don't touch me.
And you know she's strong too. Like he probably felt that force. It was like, oh hell no.
That was my only option. I felt he probably gonna have a look. It's gonna be a Tory Lane. It's gonna be a Tory Lane story come out where he feared for his life.
Yeah, he's
like
self-defense.
That bitch finna beat my.
She probably had him with one hand on the ape on the window.
Get off of me!
Wow,
bitch! I'll show you.
Remember that meme I said? Yeah. Remember that meme that showed her stats? And it was like a 6 foot, 240 pounds. Like we need this bitch on the Browns or Cleveland Browns. Like she got the stats of a linebacker. Or some shit.
Don't be surprised if story when Tory.
We called it first.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
It's gonna be some.
Tory's was shooting self-defense, bro.
Yeah,
Tory's shooting.
It's gonna be some.
It's not the first time you guessed some shit.
But
too.
no, you're right about it. For the show, that's funny, but it doesn't help because Meg also came out and said women are so unprotected. Did you see that quote? She said?
I did not.
So she basically came out and said, black women are so unprotected and we hold so many things and to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. I mean, based off how we just handled it, she's talking directly to us.
No, she is.
So that's why I was like, wait, let me stop because she came out with some why I shouldn't be doing this. So, yeah. Tory, because we just basically said Tory's self-defense jokingly, but it's like when she comes
and then we read
it. Like, you are correct.
We're part of the problem. God damn.
Yeah, so we're gonna check that. Tory's guilty.
Yeah, a lot of people. Right. A lot of people. We forget that they're human beings. You know what I mean? We look at them more as like
a messy topic.
Objects.
That's how I looked at it. I was like, oh, this just got interesting. I want to talk about it on my show.
Objectify them, as just entertainment
to
props. But
tell you the truth, I know celebrities for sure hate to hear it. Like, bro, that's part of the like people think when you sacrifice for being a celebrity, it's like
you do.
You don't see your family. No, you do, but they just only think the sacrifice like late nights, traveling all over, missing birthdays. No. Sacrifice is no privacy, being scrutinized 24/7. Can't get your mail without somebody talking shit about you. Your stories being topics for people's podcasts, and that's it. Like, we don't even care.
Your everyday life.
Those are also the sacrifices. But they only want, because the other one is like, late nights and traveling all over. Like, those sacrifices. But if I'm gonna stay up late night to perfect my craft, and then I get to travel all over and talk about it and get paid for it, it's a sacrifice, but it's not.
Do y'all think
a bad sacrifice?
Right. Do y'all think like there's always a balance? Like there has to be a balance within the universe. So like, you know how people say more money, more problems, right? So like, do you think the more you move over on a success meter, the negative shit happens and increases as well to keep the balance? You can't have.
I believe that.
You can't have your shit like your life be perfect and then you be 100% successful. Like, nah, the negative has to match on the opposite end of the spectrum with the intensity.
Where you go fucking crazy.
So like, like what you said perfectly fits where, you got the success, but you got to think about, sleepless nights, you're not going to have your privacy. So
people
you got to expect that shit almost, man. Like, how do you can't, there's no way to cope for that. There's no school. There's no classes.
You have to be centered within you.
Right.
Like, that's why a lot of these people, again, back to that boy becoming, like, he was just a normal boy that made a video. Now you finna throw him into this celebrity, and you finna have random people on his page saying, look at this ugly, black, ugly, and it's like, if he ain't ready, if he's not ready for that, combined with, hey, man, we need an album, and then you make music, and they're like, that's not the music we want, and then they shelf your motherfucking ass for 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about that shit.
Because they'll eat you up and spit you out, right?
Spit you out, and then they drop you, but they own your likeness, your name, and your masters. So let's say if he grows up, become a 21-year-old, mature, his voice matures, those next albums he's gonna owe whoever signed him and they're gonna own his It's like, y'all set this motherfucker up for failure.
And most of the times, even when they still have their music, they still end up owing the label.
Well, that's the advance. I always say never take an advance. They're gonna dangle $200,000 so you can quickly get a new spot or whatever. But guess what? Your album pays that back.
Yep.
So if your album flops and sells 20,000, okay, cool. You still owe us 180,000.
You'll pay that back for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying. Your studio time and all that shit. And so you're gonna be building expenses while the plane that they pay for you to travel to your tour. So you're gonna be building expenses trying to pay back that little measly 200,000 instead of just believing in yourself. So. And this shit is out there. Like, we've never been in the industry. I'm literally talking to you from what I've read and just listened to motherfuckers talk about the industry.
This is facts and experiences.
Google this shit, bro.
Like, that's great.
So,
so Tory Lanez, self-defense or...
Not self-defense, for sure.
Self-defense.
It's sad. Cool. It's weird, but
it's a very weird story.
We're in right now, it's just like...
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
It's to be expected almost.
Fuck.
Like, it's crazy.
I was trying to think. I didn't want to get to that right now, but... Who, not the people we talked about passed away. We're going to get to that. But it was somebody else. Like, Young, I think it was. Fuck, I'm going to have to Google it. It's not coming to the top yet. Because I remember saying that. I was like, yo, this year is fucking nuts. It was somebody that was known, too.
Naya?
Nah, that's it. We're going to talk about those later. Okay. Those two we talked pre-production, but it was somebody else. Anyway, I can't remember, which is sad.
I don't remember.
Wait.
It was somebody I came across, and I was like, wow.
Was it a rapper?
I don't know. I did see a bunch of like.
It wasn't an entertainer?
Up and coming rappers. It had to be if they made social media.
Huh. I don't remember. Well.
I just don't know. My bad.
It'll come to me. But yes, I'm waiting now to see what else happens. Like literally every day it was Tory Lanez gun charge, Meg Thee Stallion shot, Tory Lanez tried to kill Meg Thee Stallion. Like, wait, what? So I'm curious to see what the argument, like, what could have it been? But that's that small man syndrome shit, though. Like, she could have easily said, get your little dick, little ass, talk to him like she talked to dudes on the records, and little dudes can't handle that shit, man. Like, little dudes who aren't centered, and I keep saying centered, because when you're comfortable with yourself, you could be 5'3", 6'10", you could be ugly, cute, light-skinned. When you feel like you the shit, you're going to be the shit no matter. Well, clearly Tory Lanez's ego was bruised enough where he wanted to pull a pistol out.
I do believe if you make it in the industry in the fashion that Tory Lanez did, you're gonna have a very fragile ego.
Oh, for sure.
Super fragile.
Well, most art is just fragile to begin with, but
right, because they take their art very seriously. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard that, but you almost gotta come into it knowing that almost just for yourself. Like, if you're at the point where your personality is so charismatic and you're blah blah, you're out there and it seems so perfect, like there's got to be a super dark side to you.
Oh, right.
So I'm thinking like you got to know if this dude is acting this way, he's so charismatic, he's out there, people person, very personable. He's probably got a very fragile ego.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's the way I would take it as like, let me watch what I say around this guy, appreciate his, you know, me being around him and him being around me and the experience, but just like,
right.
don't be popping off at the mouth. That might hurt his ego. I feel like he'll pop off real quick. Like, what the fuck you saying? Like, yo, get this motherfucker at the party. And it's like, yo, damn, I was just, you know, shit, fuck.
Well, we have to see though. But again, we'll follow up on that as it comes. We'll bring it up on the show. But to that fragile ego, you made me think of the Nick Cannon situation as well. Another thing that happened.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So I'm not saying he has a, what time is it? I'm not saying we got about what, 2, 5, yeah. So I'm not saying Nick Cannon has a fragile ego, but I was gonna ask you how would you where would you box that in? So
I don't even know about the Nick Cannon shit. Y'all gotta catch me up to date on that.
So yes, so the Nick Cannon shit. I was gonna ask because you said that his ego. He acted that way because you said a lot of artists that are flamboyant like that, they have an ego that usually is small.
I mean, I don't know about usually, but it kind of makes sense.
Kind of makes sense. Okay. So I was going to ask with the Nick Cannon thing was because, so with the Nick Cannon situation, for those who don't know, let me stop saying that. I got to figure out, what's another way you can like inform people without saying for those who don't know? That's such a like,
I mean, for those who think you know.
That's just such an overused term.
Right, for those who don't know.
Yeah, I know, right?
But it also just rolls off the tongue.
I know, and because everybody uses it, so we're trying to differentiate
right.
ourselves. We got to figure out a way to introduce the topic without saying for those who don't know. That's gonna
we'll figure that out.
If you heard. So.
That's another one too. I don't know if you heard.
Damn, yeah.
See, we gotta go to the drawing board.
Yeah, we gotta figure that one out.
Yeah.
So it was a podcast. It was an old episode. They dug up on them because again, that's one of them sacrifices you have to do when everybody in your business.
Yeah.
People gonna dig up shit on you. Make $20 million and people dig up my past and I'm in hot water for a couple of weeks.
Right.
I'll make that sacrifice.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, with the quick.
People are gonna
really
hate me for.
either.
I know they hate you for 2 weeks and then the next thing happens.
Doja
you lay
Cat.
low for a month. Doja
Come
Cat's
out with
back.
the song.
She came out with City Girl. City Girl. That shit was hard.
That's just a banger.
Yeah,
Damn.
Pussy talk like Garth. I was like, see Doja Cat killing it. Her verse was hard.
Oh, all right, man.
yeah.
I don't have to fuck with it again. Let me listen to that shit.
Pussy gives speeches. They be heartfelt. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
She. But anyway, yes.
So they're saying like her pussy be touching hearts.
What is? Well, yeah, heartfelt.
Yeah, heartfelt.
Like my pussy gives speeches, and you like, wow.
So it's like
Here.
heartfelt as a heartfelt speech, but then your pussy be touching my heart. Damn, that's a strong ass pussy.
That's what you. That's how you make men crazy.
Yeah.
Make me think and touch my soul.
That's that make you shoot. That's that make you shoot
somebody in the
somebody.
foot.
Exactly. Okay.
But that was
all right.
real good.
That was
That was
good.
a
All
good
right.
one. That make you shoot a bitch out of the car.
After that, we'll
Make you
retract
go,
that. We'll retract the malice behind that.
So he said, "Meg,
Rubber track and
cut the pussy
redact.
off." He was like, "Bitch,
"Hey,
you get that pussy to anybody else?
We don't know.
Make
Shit.
sure you don't walk again."
And honestly, I don't want to know.
dance, bitch. No,
Damn. Bro, that ain't the most movie shit I've heard in a while. Bro, motherfuckers were really not hitting no toes or nothing, bro. Like unloading clips. All right, but that's on some bullshit.
Tory hit them toe.
Yeah.
It said so. He was on his podcast,
Yeah.
and the meat of it was that
What was it said? What did he say?
That's what I'm saying. So the meat of it is him and the other guy that was on there. They contended that black people are the true Hebrews, and Jews have usurped.
Usurped.
Uh-huh. Never heard of that word before.
Or usurped.
That's not like
It's
abbreviation or adjective.
If
or
I was
something.
in the class right
Not
now,
adjective,
and the
but-
teacher has to read that, yeah, is that the?
Can I buy a vowel?
Usurp that identity. And what does usurp mean? Do you know?
I
didn't
don't.
even put
I
you on
just
the
know
class.
how to.
You said it very confidently, but
Is that a word?
Usurped
It's
is
a word.
probably like taking
usurp,
advantage or
taking the
take
identity.
Take it.
Usurp the identity. And then Nick Cannon argued that the lighter skinned people, Jewish people, white people, Europeans are a little less and have a deficiency that historically caused them to act out of fear and commit acts of violence to survive. He said they had to be savages.
So he's
that
talking
was the line that, and I saw your face because I kind of read that. It was like,
I don't think so because they're the motherfuckers that was actually colonizing and terrorizing. Like they were going out lighter skinned, people from like Europe and shit.
Well, that's
so if that's the point that he's taking, you can't really. He contradicts himself.
Well, no, he's saying that they have a deficiency less than black people, which causes them to act like savages. So they over. So it's like a dude with a small dick that's gonna get a big car and a big. Right. So they're gonna conquer. They're gonna kill just to be like, you know what? We can't be as good as black people. So we're gonna go take over countries. We're gonna go do evil shit to make up for what we lack.
But he's talking about Jews here, and we all know Jews almost got exterminated. So
he said Jewish
maybe I need to
people,
read it a
people,
couple times. I'm a little slow.
Europeans. Well, the Jewish statement was that he was saying the black people are the true Hebrews, and basically the Jewish people stole that from them. I think that's the Jewish statement.
I see.
And then saying that they had to be savages when he grouped it with Jewish, European, white people, light-skinned people. He's saying that there's a deficiency. They're less than black, so they have to be savages to make up for what they lack in. So
because the origin is Africa, correct?
That's what scientists say.
Yeah. So, okay, so they're saying that originally all this started in Africa.
Yes.
And it got diluted over time.
Mm-hmm. And they're saying black people are the original Hebrews.
Well, I mean, to be honest, there wasn't pale-skinned people.
That's why he had that face when I read that, because we're kind of like, I don't see it.
I had to read it a couple times.
Well, the problem is the wording.
About
the wording, right?
Well, they definitely took it out of context.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it, right?
But I mean, there's no other way to say it.
That's what I'm saying. What's
factual.
the difference between that and historical facts?
So, that's factual. But then people don't want to believe that as being factual. That's the thing.
That's
so they believe what they
why
want.
Viacom, who's probably ran by Jewish people, and
entertainment business
is ran by Jewish people. So that's why they got them the fuck out of there.
I guess you could say that in a more, I guess a softer way. Or less abrasive, I guess you can say, but he's basically just giving it how it is.
If he read that in a book, it wouldn't be more factual,
right? Well, yeah.
So it's like if he literally just said black people are the original Hebrews and the Jewish people stole from that, and that's factual, then what is this?
What is the problem?
I'm saying by saying black and Jewish, I think that those are the two key words that people get.
What, you feel like those don't mix?
Oh, because he's saying color.
Well, if you're gonna say black and Jewish, like you're kind of creating
division,
kind of like I guess division, right?
But what if it's historically?
But it's not, because it's not division. Because
I'm saying
including black people.
No. I'm not against it.
Right.
But I'm saying people will look at that and think that off the rip.
Yeah, they're
gonna be like, oh, black Jewish.
Well, you know why? Because people don't know history.
Trash.
Yeah. So they just think that you're trying to say what the millennial people read. What got him canceled was he's saying that black people. The Jewish people are less than black people. That's what they took from the topic.
They're taking it out of context.
They don't even know that, he was speaking historically facts. Right. And they're not going to take the time to go because they don't want to believe that. No one wants to believe that black were superior and race started in Africa and we were kings and queens. They just science and math came from Africa. Yeah. They don't want to believe that because that would contradict It would contradict America in general. It's like, wait, we're reading these books about George Washington,
right?
And
none about Africa. What the fuck?
This, and all we get in Africa is the slavery. It's systemic.
Well, we are products of being brainwashed.
Yes.
We were brainwashed by our government. Yeah. I mean, that's all it is. But because even the maps that we see are not accurate geographically speaking.
I had that conversation with somebody. Africa, like
you can fit every country into Africa.
Yeah.
So, but we don't know that. We look at the map, they alter it into whoever the fuck made the map,
scaling.
Because there's like multiple versions of the map. Yes. Like there's like probably more than 10. I mean, there's probably more than
ridiculous amount.
But what I'm saying is, in his defense, like he basically has to say disclaimer, historical fact.
Sadly,
and then put what he speaks about.
Right. But because in this sensitive times where God forbid you say that one race is better than the other.
Because if you don't do that,
even if it's factual.
Right. Yeah. If you don't do that, it looks like your original thoughts, which is an opinion, which is not fact.
Right.
So people already put it in a box of, oh, that's your opinion, bro. So fuck you. I'm not gonna take anything you say with any credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whatever
you
said
have zero
after
credibility.
That, done. And then because
But then also
but what happens too is because black people are fighting for their equalities.
Right.
It's the funniest thing now. We can't come off it like that at all. Because that would destroy the whole movement. If one famous black person came off as how we perceive white people as like, I'm better than you. It's like, wait a second. Y'all out here marching for that and you gonna say that? fuck y'all whole like we can't
Yeah.
make a mistake at all.
No,
That's the
it's
craziest
fragile
part.
as fuck
Yeah,
for
'cause
us,
even
bro.
that's the
Anything.
craziest
Because
part.
even what Terry Crews said,
I was gonna say.
he said that. What did he say? Something about it's not about black supremacy. It's just
Who the fuck said
I
anything
don't
about
know
black
if it was-
supremacy?
He said something to the extent of we don't want to make it into Black Lives Matter to only Black Lives Matter. His whole point was basically saying it feels like we're trying to say that we're better and only our lives matter, and we're not being inclusive. And if anybody goes against BLM, black people, they get thrown out, they get called.
That's complete opposite, though, right?
Well,
like
that's what
not
people
what's
were
really
saying.
going
It was
on.
like, bro, like, how can somebody make it a black supremacist group when they're just fighting for economical rights?
See, he's adding
no
fuel to.
one's. Well, he's an idiot.
You need to stop talking, bro.
musclehead.
But we know what that is, tap dancing and all that shit. But yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, and we're gonna get back to Nick Cannon. The older I get, the more obvious and the more, as a matter of fact, the history of America makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And my point is that
I agree with that.
if I was gonna start something, let's say if I was gonna start a world and I'm black,
Yeah.
and I don't want my black people building it. I know about slaves and the history of slaves. Let's go get somebody who don't look like us, make them slaves. Let's turn the gods, anything of powerful of my color. Let's say black is beautiful and white is the devil or scary. Can you imagine if it was flipped? You know how black is scary if it's dark.
Right.
Like all of that is on purpose. But like if I'm white, yeah, let's make Jesus look like Brad Pitt. Let's make white be good. Let's
Chiseled
say,
body, by the way,
right,
bro, and
right.
every
blue eyes
fucking
and
jack.
everything,
representation of Jesus, bro.
right? And same with the system. It's like so we kind of got to free the slaves because rebellion is coming, but let's put some stuff into place like policing, right? Because that was like slave catcher. That's how police started.
Very psychological, everything.
Let's do that, and then we can backdoor them into slavery. So we'll create something like a jail, right? But then we'll get the black people for like super petty crimes, right?
Or
Just
any
super
person
stuff.
of color, right?
And then once they get them in the system,
Damn.
and then we can get free labor because now they're bad. Psychologically, people deem them like, well, if you're in jail, you must have did the worst thing in the world.
Right.
Now no one has sensitivity to working
True.
motherfuckers.
Now they have no compassion for
No
this.
compassion.
Right.
You must have did something wrong.
Right.
That's how we can continue our
You can
slavery.
justify that.
We can justify. So it's like
Very systematic.
it's
on
not
that
a
end.
conspiracy theory. It's like, yeah, if I was white and I came from the culture that quote unquote started America, we're gonna do everything to keep power. Like it's not the right thing,
Right.
but I understand them fighting to want to keep power. It's like,
Yeah.
Right, because they've had it for so long, right?
Yeah.
The same thing with slaves. Like, you can't teach them how to read because
you
knowledge
wanna-
is power.
Exactly.
And then, so
That's
it goes
not a
on the same
conspiracy. It's
line.
just like, yeah,
They put these things. They set these steps in place to preserve their position.
yes, yeah,
Right.
Why
And
would
now
we-
they see like, I'm out of control. Damn, they caught on.
Why would
Shit.
why would we arrest the cops when we put them in this very position to carry out the plan in the first place?
right.
If we do that, we're going against our foot zone. That's like saying I'm going to start an army and y'all going to be my hitman. I hired y'all. Y'all represent me. Y'all my hitman. Y'all go out and kill people.
But I'm gonna
Secret
I'm
arrest
going to
society.
arrest you in public.
Yeah.
Secret
But
society.
that's like I paid for a service. You did the service,
Right.
and I'm going to throw you
Throw
in
you in
jail
for that service.
So it makes
For-
sense why they're
Reptilians.
not arresting cops, why they're not changing laws for us, why they're not, or why why people are
Yeah.
so hard to let go of things.
Right.
Because eventually, yes, it's going to get ran over. It's going to be a multicultural. It already is. America's last. I wouldn't say the last, but America's slow to the party. Eventually, that power shift is going to happen. But I wouldn't even say fear because I don't even think about it as much. You look at a Trump and you look at it like, okay, cool. If y'all want to override our system, we're going to shut this whole fucking shit down. Does that not sound logical?
Right.
Like, that's kind of like motherfucking relationship.
Yeah, no.
Like, if I can't have you, nobody can, right? I'm going to kill you and commit suicide. It's the same thing with this. Okay, if we can't keep our white structure that we've had, then I'm going to kill y'all. I'm going to destroy this system, and I take myself out with it. Nobody's going to be. Y'all not finna fucking.
Yeah.
There's not.
Captain's going down with the ship.
Yeah, as a white man, I'm not finna, not all white men, but powerful white man, I'm not finna raise my kids in the future where there's gonna be a woman in play or a Mexican person in presidency and power, and the playing field's evil, and I can't get my best friend's jobs and loan. Fuck that. We gonna burn this whole bitch down. Trump, go ahead,
No.
burn it down. If we can't have it, nobody can have it. it just makes sense to me now.
It does.
It's no longer a fear or like, are they trying to take over? Yeah, they feel that so many people have mixed and had these babies, and now everybody's on this equal shit. They're like, okay, cool, light a match.
Yeah.
Who said it's a
Burn this bitch
lockdown? They opened up fire.
What?
I said, who said it's a lockdown? They opened up fire.
I don't get it. I want to so bad.
Man, that's a bar that's going right over my head.
Who said it's a lockdown?
That shit
They
might be
opened up fire. I don't say that for the listener's choice, for the lyric breakdown.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
We got to go lyric breakdown.
Anderson .Paak.
Oh, did he?
His new song Lockdown.
So, to the Nick Cannon shit, the reason why I asked you this, because you said the ego shit. We're going to attack this. And I just had to read that.
Right.
Because now Nick Cannon has been sending what people are taking as suicidal quotes. Like, he said that first I got condemned for offending a whole race, and then when I apologized, my own race called me Uncle Tom or whatever. He's like, y'all have fun with this planet. And then he said something else.
Nah, that's
No,
like
he said
okay.
something
Let me.
else.
I'll shut
You
up. I'll
gotta
shut
keep
up.
He
I'll
said
shut up.
something else. Recently, a friend just passed away. From here, San Diego, he was saying. And he said another cryptic tweet. And then people were saying back in 2000. So there's a history of these cryptic tweets. I'm not trying to argue if he's suicidal, but to your point of the ego, like, do you put that in ego? Like, damn, nobody fucking with me now. I'm just going to take my life, quote unquote. Is that an ego thing or is that like a psychological thing?
No,
it's
that's
definitely a psychological thing.
You don't think it's a
And
bruised ego?
And
It's
ego.
kind
I
of
think
an
it's a
ego,
byproduct.
right?
It's a
The
byproduct of,
of
being,
it.
of ego because
Like,
with ego comes in his aspect in his industry,
you got to show pushback.
acceptance, right? Like
Right.
you're accepted by your peers, you're accepted
Right.
by your fans, and once that doesn't happen, your ego is shattered. And what else you have to fall back on?
Well, I mean,
Bad thoughts.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it also goes psychological,
Depression.
or some people who don't like to be alone because
who
when you
has the
see
mental
Nick Cannon,
fortitude?
he's around a lot of people on Wild 'N Out.
Dating. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Wild 'N Out.
Well, he has
yeah.
a lot of people in his group.
Right,
and he
right,
always
right.
has,
His circle.
yeah, his circle. He has a lot of people, but once all that gets taken away because you got dropped by everybody and everything,
But
you're
that-
really only by yourself. And then if you try to right your wrongs and you can't essentially right those wrongs, then you got nothing else to do.
But I guess that's my question, though, because, like, Viacom cut ties with him, right?
Right.
On the surface, because I'm going to give you what my hypothetical thought
Right.
is. On the surface, it just looks like Viacom cut ties. But Nick Cannon owns Nickelodeon. He's super successful. He has a lot of businesses.
Yeah, fuck.
It's a relationship severed, which sucks.
Yeah.
But
But I
then
mean-
how does that send you to cryptic suicidal thoughts?
Right,
He
right.
didn't lose everything. He has 2 kids. He has 3 kids.
But I mean, it's.
So
I
you shouldn't
think.
even
I think for this part, since they essentially canceled him, because the media is just.
I still don't
blowing the
even
shit
think
by
he's
wildfire.
canceled.
Sure.
I don't even think that's
But-
strong enough to be canceled.
Well, that's going to be my prediction.
But I mean, being canceled by the media and the
Right.
entertainment by going against the Jewish, and they own everything.
yes,
in entertainment.
in Hollywood too.
That's-
Yeah, in
is-
entertainment.
That's my take. So I think
That is
on the
crazy.
He fucked
surface,
up.
on the surface to us, it look like, oh, he just cut ties. I
Yeah.
think
There's some underground
It's
behind
shit.
the
way
scene, I
deeper.
think
He's
that
hurting.
I think that Nickelodeon shit is up in
Mhm.
limbo. I think
Yeah, because
whatever
Nickelodeon's owned
deal-
by Viacom.
Right. So,
Oh wow!
Yeah,
what
so-
the
Viacom
fuck?
owns everything.
But I think entertainment wise, I think somebody probably came to him, a Jewish person, that said, "Guess what? You're done.
Oh,
you're done.
Shit, yeah,
You- you-
because
you're better. Y'all are better than us, and we're savages. Okay, cool. You will never book a show. You will never get a TV pilot.
some New York do
we
too.
will do what we have to do as the Jewish community
Yeah.
to get you out of this. So I
Right.
think that conversation may have happened to where you then be like, my life's over.
Yeah.
Because you don't just do that off a deal with I mean,
No.
I'm not trying to say how big, but like for somebody that has kids and he's been in the game for 20 plus
Right.
years, like he's lost deals, he's got deals, he's been in controversy, he's been in hot water before.
Yeah.
But I think because it was the Jewish community, I think there's some shit that happened behind us like, yo, you are finito.
But that's
Good
just
luck.
that's
Yeah.
still a
Black
threat.
man.
That's still a threat. That's like someone telling you, "Look out for yourself. We got you. Like watch your back."
Yeah.
And
Well,
nothing's actually happened.
they're
So
going to
you
hurt him
s-
financially.
But
Oh,
he
yeah.
still has the chance
They're gonna hurt
to
him in
really
the
turn
books.
around, and we'll see what Nick is made out of.
Where is it? Well, sure, but
We'll see what
he's
Nick
going to have
is
to go
made of.
independent because, like you say, Viacom owns everything.
Yeah, they own everything.
They're the parent to the parent to the parent company. Like,
Even,
just when
even
you-
network TV.
most
Bro,
of, all of network
Look up Viacom, and
We don't do it
every
now, but-
network is going to be
under
them.
Viacom. Viacom
Under Viacom.
owns.
If-
Wow, it's like
you
Clear
wanna-
Channel for radio.
But it's like 3 things. It's like Viacom,
Come
Clear Channel, and somebody
and
else.
somebody
They
else.
own anything you hear or see.
God.
Why you guys
So-
talking about me?
Lee, is Viacom owned by a Jewish person?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Anything in the entertainment, like
Entertainment business is ran
Oh,
by the
like,
no.
Jewish
like
community.
that show Entourage.
Yeah.
The agent dude was Jewish, and then once you go to other agencies, other agents, and other
Nothing.
big heads, all Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh well, dude.
Don't do it.
Have
They
you
own
seen
the
the
media.
list? Have you seen the list of famous people
They own
in
the
That's Jewish?
entertainment?
Yeah, it's like Robert Downey. Like
Even people you don't wouldn't think of
Yeah.
as Jewish. You're like,
Jewish.
golly, fuck, motherfuckers
Scarlett
done cornered
Johansson.
the market and shit.
Well, it's not
That's
Seth
crazy.
Rogen. That whole Judd Apatow, that whole clique is
They're
Jewish.
killing.
people.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you
Yeah.
can tell that Jufro and all that.
Yeah.
But even like Tom Cruise. I know Tom Cruise.
Is he Jewish? I thought he was that fucking other shit.
Scientology, but it doesn't
Scientology.
mean he's not Jewish.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
so
like what he
Jewish-
believes in. Yeah, it's crazy.
Most of the comedians are Jewish. Like it's Jon Stewart's Jewish. Like it's a reason why they are in there. Like again,
Paul Mooney.
stupid. Again, like to what I was saying about white people in society. If I'm Jewish and I run the music entertainment industry, you don't think I'm gonna get all my Jewish friends and family
True.
opportunities to?
Very true.
It's like it's no longer as you get older and you just look at it's not spirit. It's like yes, if I run a business. If me, Jalen Wicks, our podcast, when our podcast blow up and it's a business, we're gonna make decisions that benefit us three.
Which
Like if somebody comes and gets involved with us that wasn't here from the jump, they're gonna probably get the shitty end of the stick if it comes to, like if we get a cameraman and he records 4 episodes and within those 4 episodes we get the big deal. You're not gonna get that much money, bro, compared to us three. We're gonna get a chunk of that change. So if
Right,
you
I
take
see where
that
you're
simple logic and put it to Jewish in the industry or white people,
Right.
we're gonna take care of ours first. Y'all
Right.
get what the fuck's left over because this is our shit.
Damn, they fucking.
Yeah, so I think Nick Cannon is like.
Sheesh.
Then on top of that, his friend passed away. Recipes to him. So now you double that on top of how he was already. And
Very
he
interesting.
typed it. He said all that. So
Yeah, no, very interesting observation. I mean, well, just thought that you had on that situation. There could be some underground shit that
for
he.
sure.
And if Jewish
community,
owns Viacom, bro,
they own everything, bro. In entertainment, everything. Def Jam labels, you name it. There's a Jewish guy involved. That YouTube, all the big shit, they own it, bro. Internet.
See, and they got in early enough to where it's basically a monopoly without them even trying to be a monopoly. Like Viacom's been there for so long, no one else is gonna be like, oh, let's start up a entertainment or whatever the fuck that
Well,
shit's
I mean,
called.
or
They were
that's
like, oh,
what-
Viacom got that shit on lock, bro.
Or
Like
no.
that's not even.
That's what happened when YouTube was starting up, because Viacom went for like copyright claims over YouTube, because look at YouTube, they're fucking huge. They're their
Yeah.
own network.
They're,
Yeah.
yeah, no, basically.
They're their own Viacom.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too.
Fuck.
There's
Even
also
bigger than
things
that.
gonna be placed in system that don't allow, like Revolt TV, which is Diddy.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you understand? Like you don't even know what channel Diddy's on.
No.
That Revolt. You
I
never
don't.
watched?
Well,
I
because
don't.
no
You
one
never
has
watched it.
No,
one has
'Cause I
cable
don't know about it.
television anymore.
Well, that's my whole point, though.
I've
It's
seen
like-
it, but I don't.
But that's my whole point. Is like they sometimes the laws don't apply to certain bigwigs. Like you're saying that I don't think that them being here long enough is allowing them to be a monopoly. I think the government is just allowing them to be a monopoly because they own so much and they got their hands in everything that.
I mean, you may have a point, but I think what I was talking about more is like from a business standpoint. Like if you're gonna start something, let's say Walmart, just for example,
Mhm.
and you want to start your own warehouse department store, like I mean, you might just be like, nah. I mean, well, Walmart does have that, and then you got Target. Fuck, like that's gonna be a hard road for me to take if I were to take that route. I think Viacom is kind of like the Walmart or the Target, where
Sure.
they're already big titans of the market.
Yeah.
No one's really gonna want to take the chance when they got that shit established.
But think about the behind the scenes shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can see. I'm pretty sure that there's moments where, let's say, there's an opportunity that comes up where that up and coming will get their hands on it, and Viacom finds out about it and be like, yo, this could be a game changer. Just show her this movie. Hey, how
Buy 'em
about you?
out.
How about you go
How about let's
contact
merge?
that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
merge.
We have all the expenses. Oh, what did Revolt offer you? 100,000, 300,000. We'll give you 300.
Easy money.
What do you do? You're gonna go to Viacom, right? So that's what I'm saying. They could do
True,
that
true,
little
true,
shit.
True.
The
Damn.
behind the scenes, because to them 300,000 ain't. Think about it, they own everything. So if I'm up and coming with a show and I'm trying to be my black people Diddy and he's offering me 100,000 for my show, and Viacom thinks I got a great idea and they're like, we'll give you $1 million.
Yeah.
You're
And it's
like,
not
what
it's
the
not a
fuck?
right.
What am I supposed to do?
It's not a monopoly if you inquire them, or if
Right.
if you inquire them
Yeah.
and they're willing to inquire.
Sort
Exactly,
you out.
exactly.
Exactly. It's like I can't help a motherfuckers want to come
Right.
to me. So yeah,
Some people would rather take that money.
It gets very icky when you get up there,
It's
Some
man.
slimy.
people will really
It gets
take the money
slimy.
rather than lose it.
For sure, because you can't guarantee it. You can go take that 100,000 and go to Revolt, and if that show flop, you got 100,000 to get the next show. Whereas if you flop on Viacom, they get you $5 million.
Yeah.
You can do something after.
You know what that reminds me of? I hope that it makes sense. But that reminds me of like you trying to climb up to the top on a slimy ass tree. There's no way for you to do it unless they give you a branch. It's kind of like, oh, you want to be up here?
Yeah.
The only way you could do it, let us help you. But you got to be part of us now.
Well,
Here,
yeah.
we'll give you that branch. So now you up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way to
You can
climb
try
that tree.
branch, but
Toss you the rope.
we might be
There's
doing maintenance on those branches on that Revolt tree, so it
Yeah.
might get cut off. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Our tree's here to stay, though. This tree is going to be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, sorry.
That's crazy.
And that goes back to that young boy that got that record deal. Like,
Slimy, bro.
he did
Slimy.
that out the
Slimy.
pureness of his heart
Right.
because of
and
the
you gonna
George
capitalize
Floyd
on that?
shit. And when I saw that record deal, even if
That's
it was
America, though.
if it was a single deal,
Uh-huh.
like we want to just do this song that went viral. If
Right.
I was his parents, I'd be like, I ain't even trying to do a record deal, but we could do a single deal.
Yeah,
Or-
but
or-
who's really thinking about that at that moment? You're
That's
really
just-
proud of your son. You're like, wow, yes.
Bro?
I mean, yeah, you should
you're
think
right,
like that.
But there's so much there's
They're not
so many
educated.
documentaries that I'm
Right.
sure his black family has watched on BET. New Edition.
Someone should have, right?
TLC.
Ah,
They
right.
all have the story of getting ripped off on BET. Not you don't have to go find it. It's on black
Yeah.
television.
You think
Jackson 5, Temptations, they all got ripped and gypped at one point. They show it in their movies where they got ripped and gypped.
But you know what it is? It's a mentality that has been, this has been going on for a long time. It's been conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see a lot of people like black folk when they get some type of success, like within the industry, what they do: cop a car, cop clothes, cop $1,000 shirt, cop the chains. Like
The young,
right?
For sure.
so, I mean, and that stigma tags along with that industry,
Yeah,
and it's kind of hard to get away from that.
well, this show is probably gonna be called the systemic shit, but that's systemic too because they're not teaching that educate. Like for instance,
Shit, my bad.
if you were able, if let's say we can go 60 years ago, right? 'Cause that's
Right.
Jim Crow shit. If
Mhm.
your grandparent was able to own his donut shop, and then he passed it to your mom, and then you're with your mom now, so you see the books. They know how to
Yeah.
run a business. You're
Right.
getting these coffee table talks about,
Right.
I got to go make these deposits. And listen, son, whenever you want to get this long, that's where those conversations.
Right.
When you're the hell, why is he killing me? When you're my bad. When you're your family 60 years ago wasn't allowed to read or write or segregation
Right.
and couldn't go to school and was killed and murdered and lynched and falsely blamed for shit. The only conversation you're having at the table is, look, son, when you go outside, you say yes sir, no sir, don't wear your hoodie, pick your. That's all we get.
Look
taught.
down,
We
don't look
get
him in the
taught
eyes.
about
Right.
the business part of it. We gotta either get fucked or learn it the hard way. Like, oh, this
Pretty
is
much.
what we do. Again, systemic, but you can't tell people that because they just think it's 2020, bro. Like my dad, I went to school. I was like, but it's those little conversations that you have where your dad was like, hey, come here, Rico. Let me show you this, or let
Yeah.
me show you what your dad do. And all. It's like it's different conversations. One of us are having a conversation to survive the world because we know that we're haunted. Or hunted. I said haunted.
Shit, hunted and haunted,
I mean,
bro.
shit, haunted and hunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their conversations is about, hey, did you open your bank account or?
Nah, see,
You
it's
see
two different
those
worlds.
stocks? You see those?
Yeah, did you see the
did
stocks
check
that
your
our
future
donut
stocks?
company? Yeah, like
Worlds apart.
it's worlds apart. But
bro.
the average person just thinks it's 2020. Barack Obama. We both work.
They don't live that life though.
Bro, you didn't grow up in slavery. You, what do you understand? But I also didn't get those lessons, and I didn't get those little talks
No.
passed down that you did from generation.
And what do
Reason-
you know about modern day slavery? Slave to your mind.
Yeah.
Slave to conditioning over time. And this happens like
Talk to
not
him,
only
talk
with
to
black,
him.
all types
Get
of races
deep.
all over the world. But
Yeah.
I'm not in.
So hopefully Nick Cannon isn't suicidal. I mean, he did post cryptic tweets.
what
and
would
like-
happen if he actually killed himself though?
It would.
I know
it
that's the
would-
farthest
it
thing
would
from
be
my
sad.
mind.
on point with 2020, sadly.
Right. No, it would be.
If I woke up
That's some
tomorrow and
shit-
saw Nick Cannon found, I was just like, bro, this is
Bruh, if
the
there's any year,
strangest. Yeah, if any year,
it's this.
Nick, if you let me not say.
Yeah, we're not trying to put that on the
We're
universe.
not putting it out there, but you
Not
asked
in
what
energy.
would I think if I woke up to that shit. I would just, it'd be sad. It would be
Right.
horrible, and then it probably confirmed
Yeah.
my behind the scenes conversations that may have happened. Because if you don't
Yeah.
just, you don't
You
be
don't
as
just-
successful as him and get cut off, and then want to end it when you got children and family and all that type of shit.
Or it could be some behind the scenes elitist type shit.
Maybe that's what I'm saying.
Secret society type shit.
Yeah, you can get into
trying to control the
conspiracy.
balance of the world through their own will.
For sure, you can get into the conspiracy shit for sure. No, I'm saying if you
No,
wanna
it is
go that
conspiracy. I
route.
was trying not to say conspiracy, but hey, you got it.
Yeah.
Nah, if you want to go that route, but we'll see though.
And it is real, y'all. That shit does happen.
What, Corona?
Sure.
I guess we're finna wrap this shit up. Oh no, we're gonna talk about Kanye West. It's funny.
Ah!
This motherfucker just doing some shit live right now. So Kanye West is currently having his
Presidential rally.
his 2020 presidential campaign rally in Charleston, South Carolina. So I wanted to plug up to see what Ye was talking about. See if he get my vote. Get my vote.
Yeah. Right.
Yay, Tony, yay, yo.
All right, let's see. So this is live from Charleston. Here we go.
You have someone who's not afraid of anyone and only afraid of God and in honor to God.
Playing off the religious,
Someone
okay.
who isn't afraid of anyone and in honor of God and is a 132 IQ genius that literally went to the hospital because his brain was too big for his skull.
What the fuck is you talking about, bro?
Okay, that was it. Yo, what is he talking
What?
about?
This
Mind
nigga's
you, mind you have on a bulletproof security vest right now. So
me see
Kanye
it.
West is Pac now, right?
Yo! Get this man out the motherfucking
Okay, now, let's
race!
break this down.
Oh, shit.
He's not afraid of anybody. That is important for my presidential
Only
my
God.
candidate. Yeah, only God. I need you to not be afraid of anybody. His IQ is 136, and he went to
Went
the
to
hospital
hospital.
because his brain was hurting.
His brain was
he
too
talking
big for a
about-
skull.
Was he talking about himself
He's
or
talking about
somebody?
he's pitching himself to be your
That
president.
man
Wow.
is so egotistical to the
Yeah,
max.
misogynistic,
Wow,
egotistical,
bro.
whatever
That
you
is-
want to
You
throw
want
at
a
it.
president whose IQ is 137 that had to go to the hospital because his brain was too big for his skull.
The only thing we're missing is a psycho. Because
Bro, that is the most narcissistic,
React. Thank you. Yes.
egotistical.
How do you feel about that?
Wow. And I
He's
do
a
not want him.
psychopath.
That is Trump. That is Trump 2.0.
Black Trump, bro.
Black
They call
Trump.
me the Black Donald Trump.
The Black Donald. The
Young
BD
Jock.
The BDT.
We need Snoop Dogg to
Oh my
come in
God.
here, bro, so we can Snoop Dogg can call him Uncle Tom one more time.
Bro,
Bruh.
what
So
the
how do you
hell is
how
that?
does that make you feel, man? From how you felt 30 seconds ago before that, has your stance changed on getting that vote? 137 IQ, not afraid of anybody.
I'm buying the next album. Off of this, off the rip. I'm buying
But
the
I
next
mean,
album.
like, as
Nah,
far as
but-
like checking off your box, not afraid of anybody. 137 IQ, brain's too big for a skull.
he's preaching the wrong shit.
Okay,
I don't think he should be bringing up anything about himself.
should have been like policies or like crime or
Something other than
equality,
himself.
justice,
Anything.
racism,
Kanye, give us anything
segregation,
else.
Brain too big for a
taxes.
skull.
This motherfucker was just like,
Talking about
yo,
his brain.
himself.
he pulled a Beyonce had the greatest video of all
Real
time
time.
on his fucking campaign
Right.
speech.
Bruh,
Exactly.
the only thing he was missing was crowd work. He could have been like, "Has your brain ever been too big for your skull?
What
Has
about your brain? What about your brain?
Well, I got a 137 IQ,
Yeezy's
and
dropping.
my brain is hurting because it's too big for my skull.
That shit just flashed in the background. Yeezy's drop.
I got a
Yeezy
damn
drop.
migraine right now."
Yeezy drop. Yeezy drop.
Wow.
Yeezy drop.
Yeah, in the back of his head. He's
Yeezy
like,
drop.
"Make sure you land it. The Yeezys. Yeezys coming out. Yeezys. Don't get off track. You get off track, Kanye. Kanye. Okay, Yeezys. 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 He go like this. Yeezys. Yeezys.
Bro.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yazzie.
Jesus. I am Jesus.
I am God.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, Kanye? This
Bro.
man is possessed.
Bro.
This man is possessed.
Bro, you know what I want to know? I need to know.
Oh.
I need to know who was there.
What does the demographic look?
I need to know in future business endeavors, or if I ever come, I need to not come across the people that were saying yes,
Oh.
yes.
But I want to say that most of it,
But I'm gonna play it again.
I want to say half of the people was actually believing this shit, and then the other people were just like, everyone else is.
I heard
doing
free.
it.
I heard free Yeezys was at this motherfucker, bro. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, I need to hear this one more again.
New world.
You have someone who's not afraid
I'm not afraid of anyone.
only afraid of God.
Only
You have
God.
me.
Honest God. Look, they clap. Hey, Jesus.
Who isn't afraid of anyone and in honor of God and is a 132 IQ
32. Sorry.
that literally went to the hospital because his brain was too big
Why would you?
Did he say absolutely no clapping? Is that what he said? Oh no, I'm be quiet. Oh my God.
And only afraid of God and in honor of God. We have someone who isn't afraid of anyone and in honor of God and is a 132 IQ genius that literally went to the hospital because his brain was too big for his skull. That literally absolutely no clapping.
He said it. He
Wow.
said it.
What?
Wow.
Absolutely no clapping.
So hold up. So the people there is on your side. They're like, yo, that spoke to me. Absolutely no clapping. Oh, now, well, you're making your people supporting you.
You
It's hard.
should be ashamed if you were there today.
Man.
If you're hearing my
Right.
voice, maybe today or years later, and you were at the inaugural Kanye West, you should be ashamed, bro.
And
should be
then not
fucking ashamed.
only that, you went to that event,
On a Sunday.
and then he said, "Shut the fuck up, no clapping."
I'm talking about my brain right now. This ain't about politics. My brain.
You know what?
Jesus.
If there was any indication that this guy should not be in office,
yeah,
it should be now. It should have been obvious in the past. The fact that this is actually happening and that this is real and that this can happen just leaves me baffled, bro.
Bro,
It,
what did I say? If we can't have this country the way we had it, we gonna burn this bitch down and ain't nobody gonna have it. Just take that from this show.
If it ain't
That-
the white
that
Donald
thought
Trump, it's gonna
process.
be the black Donald Trump.
Bro, watch
That's-
Kanye West get the majority, but like, how? He
Well,
missed 8 states.
we heard of the conspiracy theories of this, right?
No, I haven't.
So we can take. He was basically planted there by. I mean, you've heard about it too,
to
right?
divide the vote.
Well, to take votes away from motherfucking Biden.
But but it's black people should be offended that
Yeah, take black votes away from Biden,
From
because
Biden.
Biden got the black. Well, from what they said, like he's got a lot of black votes,
Right,
I think
right?
anybody has a black vote at this point.
bro,
Right, because
black
no one wants
folks
to
don't give
vote
a
for
fuck.
fucking Trump, especially black voters, and we know that's kind of pivotal for Trump's success is the black votes not going to Biden. So I think that was the thing about it. But then they were also saying, is Kanye that much of a puppet to be used by Trump like that?
Yes, he went and hugged him and said he's like a father to me when he was in office.
Right. So they're basically saying he
They
has
used him
no
then.
pride. He has zero
No,
pride.
He's dollar, just like Trump. He's about the money. It's like, I want to congratulate my wife for becoming a billionaire, and then he corrected Forbes. Remember that it's not 2 billion, it's 3 billion or some shit.
yeah.
He corrected Forbes, and they came out with that.
All right,
article.
he in his own cloud right now, bro.
Bro.
He's on his own planet Kanye.
Bro,
Oh, wow.
bro.
Just put that man on his own island.
No
Let
clapping, no clapping, bro.
And he will
No
he
clapping.
Will do great. He will do great. Absolutely no clapping.
No.
Or you get
Clapping.
clapped.
Oh my!
I fucked your shit up.
Before we get into the serious stuff, is there anything else that we should use our time with? Anything else?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Going off of that,
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well,
All right.
let's get serious. Rest in peace, Naya Rivera. I
Yes.
don't know if I think our last show it was still.
It was still
Search.
ongoing
No,
investigation.
They
or-
confirmed
Yeah, they
it
did.
earlier
Ongoing
this
search.
week that they found the body, and then that turned out to be Naya Rivera's body.
Mhm.
so they just missed it when they were searching.
No,
initially.
it floated to another. They searched where they thought it would have been.
Yeah, the
but
initial spot.
Once they widen it, they usually widen it. That they
Oh, I
said
see.
it floated.
How big is that lake?
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
That's what I'm saying too.
I'm
and
not
then like
sure.
there's really no.
I'm not sure.
current-
The
there is a
story-
current though. There are currents in lakes, so
But-
that's confirmed.
It was well. First, her son said that the mom she pushed him on the boat, and when he turned around, she wasn't there. So the
That leads me to
assumption
believe it
is
was.
that she drowned, and she's used the last of her energy
To save him.
To save him.
But
Which
was he
is
wet?
heroic. Well, by the time they found him, he was asleep on the boat. So they didn't
Yeah.
find him immediately, right? It was like,
So she fell off.
well, see that's
Because hold up, everything.
that's
she-
where the
she-
questions come.
She
right?
left her life. The sun had it on,
right.
but she didn't have it on.
She
So
probably felt like she could swim. Most people, I know people
Yeah.
that jump in the ocean and bathe out in
Think
Mission
that they
Bay with
swim,
no
yeah.
with no life jacket.
in a lake, bro.
No, in the bay. Well, in the bay. Well, no,
Lakes are
well,
pretty
so-
deep.
but here's my question.
No, they're
though.
super deep. But I've been in a lake. Like
Right, you never know. It could be all type because people trash bodies, guns. It could be all type.
But
of
my
shit
thing
like-
is, if you're not confident in you being a swimmer,
We
you
don't
would
know that.
definitely put your
Right.
vest on.
right. Well,
right?
yeah,
Or
of
your
course.
safety,
yeah,
If
you
you
could
feel like you
never
can't
know.
swim, but we don't know that. But I guess my question is like, I've been on boats and gotten off boats and swim. Like, you usually anchor the boat
Yeah.
I mean, in a lake, yeah, I've been on a couple
because
lakes.
boats float away. Even if you turn the
Right,
engine
yeah,
off,
right,
if
right.
it's not
They
anchored,
float.
it float. So I'm just like,
It'll
did
drift.
they decide to just get in the water mid boat just drip? Because that's how do you swim back to if the boat if it floated? Like, because if we're assuming she's drowning, we're assuming that it couldn't have been docked. Because I guess my thing is, and again, this is probably shouldn't even do this, but it's just only I think of everything. It's like if you're close enough to get them to the boat, I don't know.
I feel like
It
maybe
sucks because we're not gonna
Yeah,
know
we're
what
not
happened.
gonna know.
right.
That just sounds because, and
What
I'm on the
time-
side
What time
of
did
like
they go out?
I don't know. I don't know any.
I think that's
I
a
didn't
bi-
look into it, but it's just another boater found the boat floating adrift and saw the boy sleep. So that means it was never anchored because.
No.
But so then it's like if it was never anchored, you just and apparently she does this all the time. She's familiar with boats.
Right.
She goes out. They say she goes out there a lot.
Right.
So it's like if you're familiar with boats, you know that you have to anchor it or it's gonna leave you.
I want to say it was suicide, but then if they go out there all the time, then I mean I don't know, bro.
I mean, accidents do happen like that too.
But
it's
they're
it would have to be a
drowning, bro?
freakish one, because it's like
Drowning?
I know, that was
because I'm like
too.
because I was like if you're close enough to push somebody on a boat, you're at the boat. Even if you just grabbed onto the
Yeah,
ladder,
you're not gonna drown.
You're not far away to where you throw them on and then the boat just
Yeah.
There's no-
somebody's
okay,
on there
look.
speeding it off.
We've
Like,
already come this. No one is it'll probably be very hard for any of us to throw a kid into a boat.
right in the water.
With how the boat's rocking, you're trying to keep yourself
right,
up.
even to get your own body onto a
Look,
boat.
that kid did not go in the
takes some
water.
concentration.
That child did not get in the
This
water.
is
I
very scripted. Yeah, very.
felt, I felt like she killed herself.
Well, I ain't say that.
no. This
We're
is
not
just-
gonna go there.
This is my theory. I do think that she committed suicide, and just in case the son tried to go in the water, she put the vest on because she didn't want the son to drown. Just in case the son was like, "Mommy," and jumped in there, and
That's
she
sad,
wanted.
'cause that's scary because that's logical.
Right? No, because
Yeah.
this suicide is between you. That's something you got quarrels
But
with
why
yourself.
then? Why even take him out on the boat?
That's what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
That's where it gets kind of
if
muddy.
you're fearing for his life, then just go to the boat by yourself
Right.
and
I think
drown
it'd probably
yourself.
Maybe she don't want it to
I
be
think it-
too obvious.
I think
don't
it'd
know.
probably be
You need to paint a picture.
not safer for the kid to be on the land than to not have him or have him on the boat.
No, it was the
like-
perfect.
Oh, because somebody could
Yeah, 'cause
find
by
him.
Yeah, or somebody would have taken the kid,
Right. Or he
But
could have
nah.
just drifted and wandered
Right.
off.
or drowned too.
It would
I
have to
hope
be.
not, man.
It would
I
have to
don't
be
know.
the perfect operation
Yeah.
for someone to steal that kid because you're on a place where people are already locals there. You're at a lake or whatever. What are the chances the
Hey,
kid's
man.
gonna run into a serial?
I don't know.
Hey man,
It's
There's
sad.
I don't
people
know.
around
It's
everywhere.
Sad. She was 33. And if you go to her Instagram, it's nothing but the most recent pictures of her and her kid. Looks like she loved. That's what I'm saying.
But you know what reminds me, dude, people within those, levels of the upper echelon status or whatever, they will kill themselves. Like Robin Williams.
Yeah, but that's
They think they're we think they're
Yeah, that
happy and
was,
they got everything, but really they're probably super depressed.
right. And
So
that
we
could have
never
been the
know.
case.
Rest in peace.
The story is, I guess, the story is great to. If we're gonna go with what they're saying, then she's a
Right.
hero. She saved her son, her
Mhm.
last strength in her dying breath, was saving her
Saving her
kid.
son.
Whether we
Right.
believe it or it makes sense, if that's the way that she can get sent off with that
Yeah.
story, then she deserves
send
it.
her off then.
So sad that happened. I mean, of course you cross your fingers, but I mean, all
Yeah.
signs pointed after
Right.
the fourth day. Also, another rest in peace is to
John Lewis.
John Lewis, and I actually wanted to. This is probably like the only scripted thing I wanted to do because one, I'm familiar with him, but I'm not as familiar as I should be, and I figure on this
Right.
platform I would read straight from like a biography page just to let you know what he did. So I'm not gonna read all this.
Uh-huh.
John Lewis grew up in the era of racial segregation. This is from biography.com.
Mhm.
Give him their credit.
Uh-huh.
Inspired by Martin Luther King. He was a freedom rider, spoke at 1963's March on Washington, led the demonstration that became known as Bloody Sunday. He was elected to Congress in 1986, and he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2011.
Damn.
In 1957, he left Alabama to attend the American Baptist Theological Seminary in Nashville, Tennessee. He learned about nonviolent protests and helped to organize sit-ins at segregated lunch counters. He was arrested during these demonstrations, which upset his mother, but he was committed to the civil rights movement and went on to participate in the Freedom Rides of 1961. 1963, he became the chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. The same year, as one of the big six leaders of the civil rights movement, he helped plan the March on Washington.
Oh, so he's crucial.
Oh,
Yeah, he was the youngest speaker at the event, had to alter his speech in order to please other organizers, but still delivered a powerful oration that declared, "We all recognize the fact if any radical social, political, and economical changes are to take place in our society, the people, the masses, must bring them about."
So he was a great orator. He was a good speaker. But he was conscious enough that he needed to change like the way he spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess he had wow, that's crazy. Very smart man.
They led the march from Selma to Montgomery, and they made a movie about that, Selma. March 7, 1965. After they crossed the bridge, they were attacked by state troopers. Yeah, that sounds familiar. He was severely beaten once more. He suffered a fractured skull for a peaceful march by our paid officers.
Wow.
Just know that. The violent attacks were recorded, and the images proved too powerful to ignore. That's Bloody Sunday. And that sped up the passage of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. He was a U.S. congressman. He ran for the office in 1981, winning a seat at the Atlanta City Council. 1986, he was elected to the House of Representatives. See, this is like a resume for presidency, by the way.
This is.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the criteria.
And he did other countless things. I'm reading from biography.com, so if you want to search him, he was 80 years old, which, we always say 80 and up is like full life, good life. And I just read 2 minutes of his early life, and he's done twice quadruples more as I have.
Well, look, the fact that this man suffered as much trauma as he did, he should have PTSD.
And still went out there.
Still,
that's bravery. Like,
that
knowing,
not only that,
paid officers legally can fuck me up for being peaceful. I'm still going to go out there and fight the good fight.
But that's how strong his resolve was.
Yeah.
For his cause.
And those type of people are what you need to lead movements. And
so do you think that's thinning out?
I don't think it's thinning out.
As the generations.
I think that.
I think it is.
No, I don't think it's thinning out.
Why don't you think it is, though?
Why I don't think it's thinning out? I'm going to tell you.
Come on, man.
I was asking you. It was a question.
I said I'm about to tell you.
I just beat you to it.
I don't think it's thinning out. I had this conversation with somebody. I think we are so caught up on our social media.
Right.
And we are so caught up in our Netflix and our Hulu and what we like that if who you watch daily doesn't cover certain things, you're going to think that it ceased to exist. Right? So why would now, back to this country of trying to keep certain people in power, why would they give platforms to people that are like him to speak and inspire the next person? And they're trying to drown that shit out for you to be like, hey, I think it's thinning out. Like, there's many people locally that aren't getting the national recognition that are fighting, that are doing protests right now. That like all those people that just got arrested in Houston, Tamika Mallory and Kenny Stills, wide receiver, for a peaceful protest, and they tried to put an assault on their charges. Dinky dank charges. Think about that. You get an assault on your record. Nobody's gonna know that you was peacefully protesting. They just gonna see assault, and you get a dinky dank, and then you make a mistake, a real mistake, and they pair that with that, and now you're looking at 15 years in prison. It's happening right before our fucking eyes. So there are people out there that are still marching. There are people who are leading. There are people who are speaking. But unless it shows up on our narrow news feed, you're not going to get the CNN report on the positive. You're going to get it remember when it was looting, when they thought it was Black Lives Matter burning shit down? You couldn't change a channel without seeing.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's black. We don't. And then once they figured out and people started on the ground level, you start seeing more white people, that shit just disappeared.
Revolution will not be televised.
Will not be televised, yes.
They've
and
been saying that.
That answers your question. Yeah, there are many people like him. They're probably inspired by him. And unless your favorite celebrity pinpoints him on their Instagram, you ain't going to find it where you should on your news outlet.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we have a biased news outlet that's legally allowed to skew
Right.
stories and push a narrative when it should just be like you're supposed to be informing your general public of what's going on, and you're legally allowed to misconstrue shit because this is the left news and this is the right news. Like the fact that all exists is nuts to me, bro.
Yeah. You know what I look at news channels and all that? I look at that as like a eyeglass.
Mm-hmm.
So like you tune into one channel and you look in the eyeglass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you only see what they want you to see.
Yeah.
You go to the next channel. Oh, let me get out of this eyeglass. Let me look in this one.
It's
Boom.
like a glory hole.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta remove all the glory holes
You're
and
the
look
only
at
one getting fucked.
Right. You gotta look at everything with your own eyes.
No,
Yeah. You gotta look at everything with your own eyes, though.
No,
You
you're
can't
right. You're right.
be looking through the eyes of other people.
So yes, rest in
crazy.
peace
Rest in
to
peace.
Naya Rivera
and John Lewis.
Rest in peace to John Lewis. Yeah, it's definitely a heavy blow. Like he was active right now to this day. Like he
Yeah.
died being active, and hopefully we don't know him, but maybe his 80 years have inspired 800 more John Lewises.
Yeah.
That when the time is right, when opportunity presents, they're gonna have that speech. They're gonna have that moment, just like Tamika Mallory did. Arrest the cops. That moment is
Yeah.
gonna go down in history
Right.
forever. And she was. They randomly asked. She didn't know she was gonna get called. She didn't write anything. She just spoke, and what's gonna be in the history book. So, rest in peace to them. Naya Rivera's family. I mean, hopefully, I don't even know how.
Yeah, that's
what.
Just
or
rest
when.
in peace.
Rest in
Naya
peace.
Rivera and-
Naya Rivera, and hopefully,
Yeah.
everything can take care of itself.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think it's time for listeners' choices. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think so. I think
Well,
so.
if you made it this far,
Far.
we fuck with you. If you didn't, fuck you. Shouts out
Fuck.
to everybody that follow us on Instagram,
Yo.
Twitter, Spotify, Apple, Facebook, WhoGotTheAux.com. Again, you can subscribe. Oh, YouTube, WhoGotTheAux, no spaces. You can subscribe, leave comments, send us listeners' choices, share. Hey, I know a coworker. I got a friend. I got
It's
a
all
cousin.
free too.
All free. Don't get me started. Don't get me started with the lack of support for the free. I can only imagine when we start charging for shit. But that's a whole other thing.
That's another.
108 free episodes, and motherfuckers who know us don't want to support us. I'm gonna talk about that every episode. Like that's wild when you really think about it. 2 years of free shit,
Hey,
and people who are close to us don't even think like that.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, man.
I'm talking about this joke. Like I'm really
Right.
not bothered. We will be here next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, but it's just
It's
think
the same
you should
thing.
be ashamed of yourself. I'm gonna get ready at the camera. If I've reached out to you, or if you listen to the show, or if you made it this far, and you haven't shared or like commented or listened, and you don't really like, and you know me or him or Wiggs or Jyline,
I know who've used the IG
it's
stories
like,
too.
Wow. Think, ask yourself, like, wow, I know somebody who is really trying to make some of themselves, and it's not mixtapes and it's not drugs or cheap tea. Like they're giving us quality shit, and he always asks me to do something, and we're friends, and I don't do anything for that motherfucker, and it's free. He don't ask me to charge. I'm a piece of shit. I would think they would say that.
I mean, but we all know this is a long-going
That's part of the game.
psychological
Yeah.
thing.
They'll
Family
be-
members
they-
are the first
when
one
we
to tear
blow
you
up,
down.
they'll be here asking for money.
That's soak the shocker.
It's bittersweet.
Or
It's
can,
really
can I get on the
bittersweet.
show? I'm trying to start a new business. So when we do our new business, they don't want to support it. And then when our shit blow up, hey, can I go on your show and talk about my new business to you? No, the fuck you cannot.
This is so, it's
Remember
that,
this day.
it's that
Episode 108, bitch.
It's that soak the shocker. Charge it to the game.
Yeah. Stupid ass motherfucker.
Silk the
Anyway.
shock.
Yeah. Till next time, we'll see you. What's this? Episode 108?
108. Yeah.
We'll see you at episode 109. Till next time, suck a dick.
Bitch. Woo, we back.